God
I
damn.
don't believe you. I don't believe you. We're not in.
I don't
There's no
believe
way.
you.
I can't tell.
Yeah. I don't believe you.
100%
Oh, there we
right
are.
now. Yeah.
All right. What's up, party people? God dang it. Welcome to tonight's episode of A Sinner's Dream, where it's all noir all the time. I am your DM, Chuck, and these are my Chuckle Flex. Welcome to it. Tonight's stream, let's talk about some of the stuff that's going on around here.
You're killing it.
Thank you. I'm wonderful at these cold opens. It's brilliant. Anyway, Jason, tonight's episode is brought to you by Heavy Arms, a fantastic home brewer that is a buddy of mine that does a phenomenal job at everything he touches. In fact, we got to see some of what the gunslinger that he has made for a class, the class that he made last week, whenever Padraig almost died, and it was great. I don't know what he's released recently. I know that he's talking about doing some other stuff. I know that he's been doing a lot of fun spells lately. Like he reworked True Strike recently, and I actually really like it, and I kind of want to use it one day, but I don't know. We'll see. Go check out his Patreon. He's got his Heavy's handy haversack of everything over there that will have the entire compendium that he cranks out on a weekly basis. Anyway, tonight's episode is also brought to you by Foundry, the most brilliant and wonderful VTT that we use here at -2 Charisma exclusively, I believe. I used to use other VTTs. You know the ones I'm talking about. They always had a hard time staying caught up. And it wasn't very flexible unless I went and found my own macros. Now I have that kind of time as a DM. I have a life. I have a family. Ugh. This is brilliant. It is community upheld by a variety of mod makers. It's all plugged in right into Foundry. You can go and search your things for things that you want to find. There's an entire Discord where people talk about the stuff literally daily. You got any bugs? Go talk to them in Discord. They'll help you figure it out. That said, we wouldn't be able to actually run the game if it wasn't for ForgeVTT.com. The service that constantly cranks out even more mods through their bazaar and has fantastic connection services. I used to run, actually, words are hard tonight, Jason. It's going to be a good night, boys.
I make it look easy. I know I do. It's okay.
Listen, this is good. This is great. Anyway, yeah, no, they have a lot of different nodes to connect to across the entire world where you can have international games if you have international players and have no latency issues whatsoever. It's fantastic. You can go through and subscribe to a few different packages. I know Jason and I both use the World Builder package because it's the best. Barely even touch the amount of space that's given to you to actually upload all of your own assets, any of your maps, any of your tokens, whatever you may have, music, I don't know. I've pumped, I think I have a grand total of 7 worlds in Forge, and all of them are chock full of a massive amount of assets, and I have no issues. It's great. So go check them out over at Forge-VTT.com. And yeah, Jason, what else?
You killed it, man. You killed it. Thank you. And
no, it's dead on the road. It's roadkill.
You got the sponsors in there. You did a great job there. I don't know how they'll feel about it comparatively, but I thought it was great. As far as what else, same stuff. If you look at chat, use your elf eggs. 2,000 elf eggs. Anybody new to the chat? Every month we do a dice giveaway. These are a custom set of Dragon Knight dice based off of characters from our games. This month is Quaylen Kazoo from our Tuesday night 5 Best Friends game, our resident gnome artificer. The dice are...
Well, I mean, still got the dice up there, bud.
No, I don't.
You don't? Hey, look, there you are.
I was talking.
I will yell at you when I want to.
Speaking of which, you
this
talk
house.
to me when I'm looking at you.
Check out that new character art down there of Pip.
Yeah, dude. Not just Pip. Did we get the Herald in today too? Did it get plugged in?
Did I get the Herald in? Of course I got the Herald in.
I don't know. I haven't seen it, so I don't know. It's
I haven't
so
seen the
good.
full. I tried not to watch while Talos Art was doing it. Like, oh my god.
Oh man,
Of course
Ryan's
Ryan
over there
got the
saying,
Herald Art in.
"Of course I did. I sure did." Whenever it rolls back around, guys, this guy is killing it in the art department. It's fantastic. Anyway, you'll see more of it, I'm sure. Don't worry. I think we should do a radio recap. Can we do a radio recap, Jason?
You ready for it?
I am.
And I'm here with you. All right, let's
God.
go. See you in a second.
Is the sweetheart you married the husband you expected? I never mind the bumps or the ruts along the highway.
Maybe you're sort of tired of eating the same old thing day after day. Maybe you'd like to try something different, something delicious, something...
Welcome to Kasmar. Scandal, street fights, tea, terror. The vandalous private eyes caused quite the ruckus outside of our dear beloved Alan the Aarakocra's house. He's only been in custody for a day and they've stolen his things. He hasn't even been found properly guilty. A wayward bullet nearly killed Padraig, and Mac nearly severely hurt himself. Harold, on the other hand, read a book with his sister and had some tea. Join us for more mayhem in A Sinner's Dream.
And had some tea. Yes.
I didn't nearly hurt myself. What the hell?
Read a book with his sister and had some tea.
Oh
Goddamn.
man, it's so good. The guy who edits that and records that is, man, those two can kill some stuff, huh? It's great. It's wonderful. So that said, I guess someone give me a better recap because the radio never gets it right.
Oh, I'm not bringing anything up tonight.
Yeah, I feel like the radio killed it myself. Plus, I can barely remember last week.
Well,
Well,
you know
I
what they
guess it
say.
was 2 weeks ago. Thank you.
Video killed the radio star, so you know.
Anybody?
Let's see. Well, I'll give a whirl to Harold's Day because it was kind of separate from everybody else's. Well, started off with my fleeing compatriot handing me something and running off, and then getting absolutely clobbered by some kind of vigilante SWAT team shenanigans. Harold kind of used his natural unimportance to slink off into the shadows and head down back to his home. Upon arriving there, his sister Anita was around reading some books, and so he enlisted Nita and his young friend Randall in helping solve a bit of a puzzle, that being the coded notebook that we had recovered previously. Upon decoding the notebook, it was a list of names and weapons sales, which is mortifying. A particular name caught some interest, as the person we were actually looking for, Tennille Yintrist, was among the list of buyers and sellers, correct?
Correct. You have the list now, in case you're wondering.
I know, I saw it in the chat, but we will discuss that later. What am I missing from Harold's Day? We found out that the crystal that was handed to me by our departing friend had part of a lich in it, which is mortifying to many degrees. So, yeah, that was Harold's Day. How was everybody else's day?
Come on, Matt.
I've had better, for certain. This was not the best day, because we got shot at in the streets by a teleporting invisible person, and it was very upsetting. And I would have liked very much to hurt that person, but instead I was stuck reviving Padraig, if I recall. So.
Yes, I did get shot in the chest. It was not very fun.
Yeah, you took that second chest wound.
Yes.
Yep, did a whole lot of running around. Not a whole lot of anything else.
Pip, you are great. If I recall, you leapt from a building many feet in the air.
Leapt very high into the building, above the building, and then very far off the building.
Yes, you must show me a workout routine. I don't know how you just from like a standing jump just leapt to the top of that building. It was crazy.
So it's a lot of jump rope. It's a lot of jump rope.
You're very small, yet you would jump very high. I think that's what I have, Chuck. After that, everything was a blur. We stole a bunch of stuff from this man's house, and yeah.
Well, I was going to help Mr. Mac here get over to a fancy date that he had. And we called the boss, and the boss let us know that they were looking for us, and we should not go to the office. And that was alarming. Everybody, the police primarily, and everybody. Yeah. We are now wanted for unknown reasons because we have done nothing wrong.
Well, I wouldn't say unknown.
Completely unknown reasons. We have done nothing wrong.
Misconstrued, maybe.
Wrong place, wrong time.
Yeah, well, yeah. Wrong place, wrong time, wrong member of the team. Yeah, just it'll all be dusted over. Yeah, by the way, Pip, on this escort over to my date with Mabel. It's kind of good that you don't know your way around downtown too much, because headquarters for the KPD happen to be down there. So, yeah.
We'll be extra careful.
I'm thinking get me as close as you can, and then I'll take a taxi in. I got to make a couple stops anyway. Because, yeah, all right, I'll say it. I got a phone call from the girlfriend. She'd like to talk. And meeting her downtown in a couple hours. Have a nice dinner. Think I'll stop and maybe get myself a new outfit. One, to look real pretty for her. Two, so the KPD doesn't know who I am. Yeah. Speaking of which, Pip, can you do me a favor and... now, I'm going to trust you a whole lot on this. Can you, after you get me as close as you can you, God, I can't even say I'm going to have to. Can you go ahead and take Sarah Jane and the girls back to the bookshop, the library bookshop, with Harold and the boys?
All three of them?
Yeah.
You're just going to be left with your natural guns?
All right, maybe just Sarah Jane and Veronica. I'll keep Betty and maybe put her in a pocket or something. I mean, no, you get it. You have a point there. But yeah, I can't really go walking in or around downtown. I mean, I could, but because I got the license. But KPD's looking for a really big mentor wearing a duster and a lucky hat and carrying around a rifle case and two pistols.
The rifle will just give it away.
Yeah. So yeah, if you want to take two of the three back with you, I'd really appreciate it.
Right, because then when they find you with one gun, they'll be like, "Oh shit, wrong guy."
That's what I'm thinking.
Right. Yeah. That's good thinking, Mac.
So I don't know what you. I don't know who Mac is. My name's Ulysses. I mean. Sure.
Yes, famously, that other Minotaur who carries just one gun.
Yeah, of course.
Mm. By the way, have you guys left yet, or is this?
No, we. I think at the end of the last one, we came back in and let you guys know, hey,
bad shit's happening. Yeah,
we can't go back.
Can't go back to the office.
And recall, had Wilhelm expressed his concerns that maybe this was a trap set for Mac?
Yeah, but it ain't, because she doesn't like the cops. She won't turn me in.
I think we all expressed our concern.
Now I recall.
And I think wasn't somebody who was it? I don't know. Maybe wasn't somebody going to take the ledger to the local KPD office and kind of give it to him like a, hey, sorry about that. Guy was kind of an asshole thing.
Yes, I was planning to do such.
Yeah.
I thought it'd probably be the best for me to go in.
I think that's a good idea.
I guess that just leaves Harold and myself. Harold, maybe perhaps your sister needs lunch. Have we eaten yet?
You're already hitting on his sister?
I believe Nita is just fine.
Of course not. Don't be so foul, Pip.
Oh, wait. Yeah, if we haven't left yet, I'm just going to leave guns here. Yeah. Just don't touch them.
Well, if you're, I do
Randall,
need
no.
I do need like an hour with your coat to patch it up from the giant gaping hole in your chest.
What? No, ooh. Actually, oh god, no. I'm gonna be without armor or anything. No, because I'm gonna go buy some new duds when I get downtown.
Okay.
So, and just like put the, should I leave my? God damn it!
Well, it's a tough call because I mean, if they're looking for us, have they put posters out, or is there an APB or should we go in disguise?
Yeah, how are you gonna disguise me?
I don't know. You was the ones that talked to Mr. Weatherford.
I mean, it's 20 words, man.
Oh wait. Okay. Pip, I don't know what's gotten into you today. You're very fiery. You're very feisty. Perhaps it was all the gunfire.
The cop won. I was
Seems
really
he's feeling a bit froggy today.
Oh.
I really wanted to catch that guy, so I'm a little frustrated. But I mean, also I really didn't want the cops on me all after this. Like we just saw them.
I don't think any of us are in an ideal situation. Yeah, I mean, I think it's just calm down a bit.
That's fair.
I am concerned. I mean, Harold is sort of a known acquaintance of ours, and perhaps this is not the best place to be, huh?
That's fair, yeah.
I highly doubt any of those KPD types know where my bookstore is. Not by the way they treated Mac.
Well, is there a place that you can hide all out in here, just in case? Like lock a door, hide behind a bookcase. I mean, I got like a room behind a bookcase kind of thing going on. Do you have
How paranoid are you?
Very.
That brings up a good
I'm
question.
Upstairs in the study. I can lock that.
All right. Well, then y'all be fine. And then Mac just takes off his like very gingerly takes off his hat, takes off his coat, sets the rifle case and one of the pistols still in the coat on the thing, takes off his like leather straps and all that, is just in his coveralls, and it's like, all right, well, hopefully they won't look for me too close like this, and then I'll just go buy something else. I got coveralls at home.
I need clarification. Are they coveralls or overalls?
Oh well, yeah, they're overalls with a denim shirt.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know. Look at the bitchin' art that's going to pop up in a second.
I have a question, oh Master of Dungeons.
I might have an answer.
Would we have some idea of how the KPD, like how much information they have access to? Like can they look up our addresses? Can they look up stuff like that? Because that's a thing that could happen now, but can happen then.
Well, based in considering that 4 of you used to work for or 3 of you used to work for the KPD, I'd say that and general knowledge between the 5 of you would be that they don't have absolute knowledge at all times, but they do keep a record of certain things, the census winds up at their doorstep at some point in the year, where they have a list of addresses where everybody's supposed to be living. They do have they have registered vehicles, registered firearms, registered registered magic, like arcane foci, that kind of thing. So the other part of that is that they do have, I think that Mac, actually, no, all three of you would know that it's common knowledge that there is a massive kind of switching station in the middle of the actual KPD itself, where there's a massive sending stone where multiple mages are constantly connected to it, where people can call in and they can call out from it as needed.
Yeah, and not to hurt our case anymore, but I imagine that having to get our investigators' licenses at some point, we would have to be easily identified and scried upon if need be. Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Good,
all
great.
of those, each individual license has its own unique number.
So, the bigger question is it even whether to try to escape or run or hide? Because perhaps it won't matter.
Well,
Unless, Harold, you have some sort of means of disguising us from that sort of detection.
Yes, Mummy and Daddy did not see it fit to put a cloaking device in my new home.
Well,
Maybe. What if one of us calls into the KPD and says, hey, there's this group of people running around like, X block on the other side of the city. And they're like up to no good with our descriptions.
and then we can run in disguise and even
So, the way that you would like to get us out of trouble for being utterly dishonest with KPD is to be utterly dishonest with the KPD.
I mean, we're already dishonest. I mean, why stop now?
I quite know where you're coming from. I do understand your history to some degree, but I don't necessarily think that now is the time to further our discrepancies with the Rosers, as they may be.
Oh, it was just, just a thought about a distraction or something.
Well, if I might, I don't think we're in trouble for, going to a crime scene early or anything like that. Because it sounded like way more urgent whenever the boss was talking. I think we might be framed for something worse, like maybe murder.
Oh no, I think it was the whole, Fox jumping out a window, carrying a ledger, running around half naked, and the whole thing blowing up, and then suddenly one of them vans catching fire, and all of us scattering like the winds.
Yeah, so to be clear, have we actually committed any crimes?
Breaking and entering.
Oh, yes.
Petty arson.
Yeah, but it is not breaking and entering. This is our job. I mean, we have a license to do this, yeah? I mean...
Well, no, at Allen's, we're all good.
What are we allowed to do in this?
So in this scenario, law would state that you would have restricted but similar access that a cop typically would. So if you've been invited, you can go in. If you have a warrant or someone on premises has a warrant, you have the same rights they do.
Oh, it's vampire rules.
Yes. Very much
cross any moving water. You got it.
Correct. That's why there's a river.
I'm pretty sure Alan said, "Hey, go check out my place," right?
I mean, he is under primary investigation and admitted to a crime.
I bet there is a warrant.
I think technically that would be under the scenario would be that you guys would still have access to it.
Oh.
The issue is that there were no other KPD officers there to let you in.
Excuse me, Alan, would you mind if we searched your place? Oh, you wouldn't mind? Because you're currently in custody
I'm in custody, all right? I don't know what's going on out there.
What if we had probable cause? I mean, it did just sort of explode.
Well,
that is also technically allowed.
Yeah.
So
we knocked on the door
ran in for
and
cover.
It blew up in our face. So
the only thing we really did is we stole from his home.
No, we collected evidence.
We collected evidence, yeah.
Right. Which we'll happily turn over.
Of course.
Patrick is offering already to share with KPD.
Well, that evidence was at George's place or Johnson's. The pot guy.
Jonathan.
Jonathan, right. So the ledger.
The
was
other person
there.
that blew up in our face? Yes, that one.
Yeah. So the guy that blew up and died, that's his ledger from his house. Same with the gun parts that have mysteriously disappeared. However, at Allen's, the crystals, his his kind of notebooks and all that, that stuff we collected as evidence. The envelopes that the money were in, yeah, because didn't he write on a form that like all his stuff should be investigated because he wrote everything down?
Yep, he definitely said it on a form that
Wilhelm,
we should be investigated.
He wrote that down, right?
Yeah, I mean, yes, of course.
Cool. Well, then we're okay. We just got to get the ledger that one of our unseemingly no longer works for the firm individuals who stole it and then set fire to one of their trucks as a diversion. And then we return the ledger and everything's good. Pip, you and I need to roll.
Okay.
Because I'm on a time crunch.
Again, I don't think this is the best time to be handling this, Mr. Mack. But I will not stop you. I want my point to be heard.
If I don't show up, let's just say things will get a little hairy.
Mac won't make it into the office after she's done.
Yeah, I probably won't come back if I don't show up or if I call out.
Sounds like the KPD might be the least of your worries.
Oh, yeah.
So, should I disguise myself first, or are we just going like this?
I think if we take your back routes, we should be okay. And then the moment we get near downtown, I'll just hop in a cab.
Okay.
And head over to a clothier and get a change of clothes. That way, I won't have like a bullet wound in my shoulder kind of thing going on and all that.
Well, again, I feel rather exonerated with everything that has happened. Obviously, people are firing at us in the streets. That is a bigger concern.
Of course.
Real shame that they set fire to that police car, too. Attempting to shoot at Mac, of course. So,
I mean,
that is why we're running. We weren't running from the KPD. We were running from this assailant who was on the roof firing at us, and perhaps they did not notice this.
The assailant that we saw on the route watching the KPD investigation. Yeah,
it is quite documented. I even shouted, "There's an invisible man."
Yeah, no, I think
he wasn't even invisible. That's the best part. That's my favorite part.
Yeah, no, I think we're fine. It's just like something kind of crazy with one of our former co-workers happened at the same time, and because it was evidence, the assailant tried to stop us, set fire to the, whether it was the co-worker or the former co-worker.
I think we saved many lives. To be honest,
I do
because
too.
I think he was going to take out the cops in the KPD, but we scared him off.
Because immediately when we went over to knock on Alan's door and it blew up in our face and we found out the same guy was right there, then obviously, like, imagine if that explosion would have happened at the front of Jonathan's, those 2 dog biscuits would have been toasty.
This is what I'm saying.
Yeah, no, I think we're good.
Pip is looking back and forth between the two of them in awe, just like, notes. Okay, good. This is how it's done.
I mean, listen, Harold, you are the most erudite of all of us. I mean, am I missing any holes here? I mean, I think being forthright and genuine in our defense is probably the best. I think if we continue to try to run at this point, that will only cement our guilt, that we, of course, do not have.
Right.
I would tend to agree. I think that perhaps if Mac and Pip will be indisposed, that at least the 3 of us should go together. I'd hate to make this any more difficult on the DM. No, I'd hate to I'd hate to show up and try to have one of us speak for all when that might not be possible.
Right, and since all our stories are straight, if you happen to be interviewed separately, I mean, Pod, sorry, I mean, you were busy, dealing with a sucking chest wound and kind of unconscious for a while, and
Oh, sorry, I wasn't listening. What were you talking about?
Exactly. No, you were almost dead. It was horrible.
Oh, yes.
And you know, of course, Harold went back.
I was here.
Yeah, exactly. And Wilhelm can absolutely attest to the seeing the non-invisible, slightly invisible, somewhat teleporting assailant, and how he followed us to Allen's and then attacked. So yeah, no, I think we're good. Pip, ready?
Sure thing, Mac.
Cool. I'm just trying to figure out why the hell she called me and what we're gonna meet up.
Mac. Well, do you have any more juice on your stones for the day?
No, I don't. I'm out.
I'm tapped as well, so if you need to call the boss or the thing, I'm out.
Well, take mine, and I will give Mac my stone, my sending stone.
Well, you have Allen's, right?
I also have Allen's, but Allen's I think is also tapped. So,
Allen's is not tapped. You have not. It has not been used to make an outgoing message.
Okay. Well, I don't trust Allen's, so take mine.
All right.
And of course, reach Pod or Harold if something goes awry.
Got
Pip.
it.
Yes.
If things go south,
Yes, sir.
you know how to disappear.
Yes, sir.
Oh yeah, if things go south, you ditch, leave me. I can get my way out of things.
I'll save you.
No, it's all right.
Don't leave Mac. I was thinking more in the case that something happened when you left Mac and you were alone. But
I will be your eyes and ears. I understand.
Yeah, you are learning. This is great.
All right, boys. Good luck. God's be with you. Speed, whatever. Good dreams. I don't know. Shoot straight.
You know, Mac,
be good.
I know you have been waiting for this for some time.
Long days and pleasant nights.
As they're talking, I'm going to be gathering up the evidence that I'm bringing to the police station.
Okay, what all are you gathering? Because the gold, to be clear, I don't know that I've made this clear before. Whenever I say notes, I mean like currency. Like that is the Kasmarian currency is notes.
Oh right, I got that here, and I'll take out about 800.
Yeah, you guys had 3,000 gold notes to mess with.
Well, no, there's 800 that they know of.
It's definitely only a portion for those of you that saw it.
Yeah,
800 gold notes.
Oh wait, no. Sorry, got 200 more here. So yeah, there's 1,000 that was there.
I take it and I'm like, all right, so 800 gold notes.
1,000. There was 1,000. Yep.
Right.
Here's the other two. Yeah.
Yeah, we should definitely give them all 600 gold notes.
Yes.
Okay, so I don't particularly love the way this conversation is breaking down. It is not
right.
The worst thing we can do in this situation right now is start stealing. So takes 1,000, and let's make sure it all gets to the police station. Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Yep. Nope,
Okay.
100%.
There was 1,000.
Thank you, Mac. I know I can always trust your moral compass on these sort of matters.
Yeah, sure.
The crystals that I never did tell you guys exactly what they were. All but 2 of them are spell shards, which can be used to write kind of information in and then connect your brain to and actually get the information out of. It can be used as a wizard spellbook in place of a spellbook if you ever wanted to. The clothes were glamored studded leather armor.
Nice.
Yeah. And then the other 2 crystals that were left over. So there were 8 spell shards and 2 crystals. No, 7 spell shards, 2 crystals. Both of them were spell gems, the lapis lazuli, which gives you the option of putting a first level spell into and handing it off to someone else, and anybody can cast it.
Yeah, I believe Harold identified them all last time.
Yep, which is why I'm telling you guys. Harold and Pod.
Yeah.
Yeah, we took time.
Podrick.
We took turns, like kind of identifying
Podrick.
everything.
That studded leather wouldn't perhaps fit a minotaur, would it?
It's magical. It can fit anybody it needs to.
Because that solves.
It currently looks like a jacket, like a letterman's jacket for one of the Kasmar high schools.
Because that solves the whole costume idea.
And you don't know what the other ones look like.
Other
I believe
what?
that's the other. And let me check real quick. I just want to make sure I got this right. I'm pretty sure the Glamored allows you to pump other outfits into it.
Yeah, I think it does. He turns into whatever you want.
I don't think it turns into whatever you want.
Oh.
Definitely whatever you want.
Let's see. Or some other kind of armor, normal clothing. Yep, never mind. Including color, style, accessories, but the armor retains its normal bulk and weight. The illusory appearance lasts until you use the property again or remove it. So you can make it look like whatever you want to.
Just glamour Harold's get up and go for it.
All right, so here's what I want to take with me. I remember I took an extra scope from the basement as evidence, and I want to take that and the other parts that I picked up for guns. And as well, I did dust the tools that I took from the basement for fingerprints. Did anything come up?
Yeah, plenty of fingerprints.
All right. I don't have the means to really investigate that, so I'm going to bring those too and carefully put them in a bag so that they are ready to go, and just pack everything up. All right, Wilhelm, I think I have everything.
Are you going to take that armor? That fancy, changing armor?
No, I don't find it. It could be important. Maybe I draw and describe what it looks like now.
Because you just gave me an idea how to get kind of through a predicament.
All right. Well, I'm glad to be your muse.
Give me a second. Mac will take the armor, go into one of the washrooms, put it on, and change it into black slacks. A nice, crisp white, like what Harold wears, except a 3/4 coat instead of the blazer.
Okay. Nice.
And then walk out and go, ta-da.
Wonderful.
That looks really good.
Fantastic.
I think this will help.
Wilhelm, does this count as stealing? Can I use that?
For the record, Pip, yes, it does. Very much.
Oh, okay. But we can use it though. It's really useful to us.
Yeah. So that is not how stealing works. It is either something is yours or it's not yours. Doesn't matter whether you need it or not.
It's not stealing. It's borrowing to get through a problem, and then once I get back, I'll put my normal back on. I'm borrowing it for
then
I'll borrow it. And that's there, Pip, is what we refer to as creative accounting. Okay.
Right, Pip, let's go. And just shoots fucking Wilhelm with dagger eyes, just like, you son of a bitch. Too goddamn nice for this world, Wilhelm.
Does anybody else have things?
The law is all we have. Otherwise, we are just animals.
Hey.
Well, no offense to the animals in the room.
None taken.
Right.
Is that everything? Is there anything else that I should bring to the station that I have forgotten? Maybe.
Hey. Let's see. What all did you guys find there? You found the book. You found the spell shards. You found the lapis lazuli. You found the 1,000 gold notes. You found the envelopes. You have the ledger, the gun parts. Did I miss anything else on your list?
No. I am going to take one of the crystals.
It was the lapis what? What was that word?
Lazuli.
Lazuli?
Thank you.
Listen, fight me. I'm from the south. I'm allowed to say things wrong.
The geologist has entered the chat. Lapis lazuli.
Anyway.
Yes.
You know what? That's down to one of those.
Lapis
and another
lazuli.
spell shard.
So these holocron crystals that we have, they give us information? Is that what you said?
Yeah, you can look into a spell shard and read it like a book.
Okay, so perhaps we should do this first before we
on the way.
Unless Harold and Pod, unless you already have done this.
I haven't looked inside. I do. I think it would be prudent for us to hold on to these crystals that hold spells, though. Could come in handy for this investigation.
Yes, well, we can turn these other ones in, but first maybe
Quite
we
so.
take a peek at what is inside them.
All right.
Here, I'll drop it in Foundry for you guys.
We'll keep on looking through and identifying
That's
shit.
right.
Oh, good. My armor class doesn't change because I was wearing studded leather armor.
Then
Oh, it's +1. You should actually go up.
Oh, right. So now it is 17. Woot.
all right, so there's that, and the glamour.
Aren't you always wearing studded leather armor?
I am, but this is glamour studded leather armor is +1.
It
No,
is.
Wouldn't that be your natural armor?
No.
Well, no, he's just a stud wearing leather armor.
That's what I meant.
Yeah. No,
So,
I get it.
what are we doing? Are we leaving now? Or are we going to the spell shards?
Look through the spell
both.
shards.
Both at the
Pip-
same time.
Yeah, Pip and Mac are going.
Wasn't I supposed to make a roll?
Yeah, but you'll do that here in a minute. Whenever you actually leave the premises.
Oh no.
Okay, we're leaving.
Okay.
Oh no.
I just want to get this shit over with.
Oh no.
Okay, so as you guys are digging through these spell shards, it's a lot more simple than you think it would be. You simply hold the shard in your hand. You don't have to really focus on it for an extended period of time. All of them are completely full of stuff. A couple of them look like they're journals. A couple of them look like they are more or less starter spell books, with like maybe two. Some of them only have like two spells in them, and then the rest is just spell theory.
Awful stuff.
Yeah, it's brutal.
Actually, I quite enjoy it.
So I will
I
say,
do find it very interesting.
who are the ones looking through these?
I would look through.
Okay.
I would say the three of us are
Harold.
probably just trying to get as much as we can.
One
Okay.
inch.
Is Pip gonna take one too, or am I crazy?
I'm gone.
Pip,
Okay,
Pip
cool.
and Mac are exiting the building.
Then I'll say make investigation checks, the three of you.
Okay.
By the way, people that are watching, we do some live dice, some digital dice, depends on how people are feeling.
Oh, Wilhelm.
Because I trust these people, because they're all DMs for the most part. So
Chuckles, I have a 13 plus a million. So 13 plus 7, plus 8 for a 21.
So 1,013,000. Got it. So Wilhelm got a 2 on a natural 1. Padre got a 17.
You did say investigation, right?
Yes. And you got a 21.
Yep.
So Wilhelm, you're kind of focusing in on this, and it's surprisingly
Stop
very
staring at my
dry
sister.
and very, very boring. It's a just a series of journal entries from his college life. It's very obviously written by Alan in his early 20s. Some of it's just garbled nonsense, as you can blatantly understand that this is drunk texting, essentially, into a spell shard in the middle of the night. And it's really hard to keep track of where his train of thought is actually going. Pod, with a 17, you find yourself enraptured with some of the stories similar to what you had read back at Alan's house, where it's all hunky-dory. It's all happy times. It's kind of going over his first few girlfriends and boyfriends and so on. And as time wears on, it cuts off just on the edge of where Harold's comes in, which is more recent times. The entries that you had, Pod, were fairly short and simple. The guy was not a man of many words when it came to his personal life. But Harold finds the one amongst them that has information on, I should say, more detailed information on what has actually been happening from his perspective with the recent times. And what you get from him is a scenario where he has been working fairly religiously as a construction worker. And it's been harsh. And there are times where it's talking about, like, if my dad knew that I was doing this work, if my mom knew that I was doing this work, I would be disowned. And then all of a sudden there is there's an entry that's very much, you can almost hear the excitement in his voice and the concern as you're reading through it, as it mentions an envelope with 500 gold pieces with a letter, or 500 gold notes with a letter inside, and a pen. And the instructions were simply, if you take these gold notes, you can take them now and keep them forever. But if you go and watch Jonathan Bellin at Gintrist piping, more will come your way. And it's kind of hard to catch at first because it's more of an abstract thought than it is an actual image. But it seems like it was signed with the image of some sort of flower. Make a nature check.
Nature check.
That's not as good. That is just going to be a 12. 8 plus 4.
So the 12, you kind of describe the thought that's there out loud, and Padre got a 21. It is just a very simple shadow lily.
Shadow lily.
Shadow lilies are grown in the Shadowfell, require darkness instead of sunlight to grow, and are typically pretty poisonous to people on the material plane.
Have I heard of poisons, murders using shadow lilies at any point in history?
Make a history check.
May I also, or may I?
Sure. I assume this is shared information.
Anytime I roll history, I also roll a d4.
12.
For tireless precision with Vidalkin.
Okay, 12.
And it did not help. That is 9 total. 3 plus
total.
2 plus 4.
And a 12. I don't know that you guys have any information on when it's been used, but rolling over that 21, the poison is slow acting. It looks like the common cold at first, and then eventually slowly withers people into husks.
Curious.
Quick question.
Answer.
And I may just be wanting to I may just be wanting to remember this. Wasn't Yintrist like blowing his nose and shit when he came in to see us? He had like a handkerchief or something. Okay, I'm thinking of something else then.
Yeah.
That would have been crazy though if he brought that back on us.
Is this? I don't really know anything else about this. I'm not an expert on the Shadowfell, so I will just keep hoofing it.
Wilhelm, you have anything to say on the matter?
No, it's just my mind is a little numb after reading all this college nonsense.
Yes, what did you find?
Oh, I don't know. It's like a calendar, and it's like beer with Spitzy or something. It's pointless, meaningless.
All right, Mac. Roll that history check for me, bud.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Okay, let's see. Oh, that ain't so bad. I'm plus 0 when it comes to history. You use the big die. Shit. It's an 11. 11 plus 0 is still 11.
So with an 11, you've been shot today, bud.
Yeah.
You've got a bit of a wince with every step that kind of distracts you as you're trying to remember and go back and think through all the various different conversations that you've had recently. And it's just, you can't put your finger on what it is that she could possibly want to talk about. You know that she makes shoes.
Yeah.
You know who her dad was.
Yeah.
You know she's from, like her mom lives in downtown.
Yeah.
Just
ain't a birthday.
Nope.
Ain't an anniversary. Ain't her pappy's dying day.
Nope.
Ain't I don't think it's the hey, I've put enough into the get you a new dress fund. Maybe a release of a new pair of shoes. I don't know. Nope, no clue. Fuck, my shoulder hurts. Yeah, nope, no idea.
So downtown is more or less cut off from the rest of the districts via river. There are a couple of lower bridges where cars go back and forth. They aren't intended for pedestrians. And there are the trains that go through the center of downtown. How do you guys want to get down there? And when do you walk away, Pip?
I don't know. I think Pip might actually take him to the edge, get him there pretty quick, and then maybe just start tailing him from the shadows. Start sneaking. Go up to the rooftops, jump across alleyways, anything like that. Just trying to keep an eye on him because the message from Weatherford was pretty intense, and Pip isn't thinking we would never know if he got snatched up or anything like that because he's got one message, but that's only if they allow him to use it. So I think we'll. Do we meet any resistance on the bridge if we're walking in kind of thing?
If you're walking, there's no walking way into downtown.
Oh, okay.
There are a couple of bridges that have that are like cable bridges with the long arches that go up and across.
Mm-hmm.
They're maybe 150 foot long, double laned on either side just to make sure that there's enough traffic to go back and forth. There's one from every district that you can go through. And then, flip side is trains that go overhead.
Gotcha. So it's either like taxi or trains, basically.
Correct.
Yeah, I'll grab a cab from this point on, unless we both want to catch a cab. You get out first.
Sure. On the way while we were going there, did we see anything about us? Are there posters of us? Is it playing on any radios?
Make perception checks.
You'd think I'd have a higher one if I was a cop.
8.
Hey, look, 11 again.
8 and 11.
A team.
There is a bit of tension that you guys feel throughout all of it, and every time you guys see a set of werewolves, werepoodles coming around the corner, you find yourselves going back down another alleyway. Kind of going through through restaurants, through cafes, the occasional storefront, just trying to avoid all of the cops. As you get closer to downtown, it thickens, that patrol thickens. You don't find anything that's pertaining to you guys. But as you hail your cab, it comes just sitting there. There is a tiefling in the front that in that grayscale color leans over, flicks on a light, and you can see a little bit of purple on her forehead as she just says, "Need a ride downtown?"
Good day. Yes, we do. Heading to dinner. So yeah, that too bad. Yeah, let's get on in.
You look nice. And she opens up the door on the backside for you as it opens up.
Well, thank you kindly.
I'll hop in as well.
And as you guys get in, You can hear the radio starting to play with that sound of that announcer just kind of starting to go off, talking about a variety of different things happening around town and the evening's shows. And then it gives off that kind of almost recurring ad of "Welcome to Kasmar, City of Industry" kind of thing. It goes on and on and on. You make your way across the bridge, no issue. And as you get across the bridge, the lights begin to get a little bit brighter and brighter until you get to the point where there is actual color to the world again. As you can see a variety of different people dressed nicely, walking along the sidewalks, arm in arm, their dresses and their suits brightly colored, and you can see the Art Deco signs that kind of go across the top of the streets, announcing the different districts overhead start to light up with gold and black and silver, and it's beautiful. And as you go through the city streets, the brickwork on the streets starts to turn a brighter and brighter red along the way, kind of dappling in that occasional black or gray stone, with a clearly painted yellow line down the center of the road, keeping everybody separated. The taxi eventually slows down a bit. And somewhere along the way, Mabel reconnects with you and mentions, "Hey, I'd like to meet you at Angeline's," which is a fairly nice halfling restaurant that's very down home. She knows that you'll enjoy it. You guys haven't been there in a long while. It's not particularly high class because she knows she's trying to make you comfortable, and you can feel that. Pip, when are you getting out?
I'll get out about probably 2 or 3 blocks before we get there. You know, if Mac lets me know, like, hey, we're getting pretty close, I'll just hop off and I'll kind of watch the taxi go. I probably stand out a little bit in my like worker's uniform and leather and all that fun stuff. So I will
The bright
definitely
green skin that's not normal in the streets.
Yeah, I will definitely stick to less bright areas, less walked in buffered areas. If the buildings aren't too tall and they're relatively close together, maybe even going up to the roofs and hopping across.
They're almost all skyscrapers downtown.
Yep, nope, that's not an option then. So we'll try
you do
to
see
stick
a
to
couple
the
of different grungs that are kind of going across the top of these, almost as if they've made walkways above everybody for everybody else. A lot of the grungs in downtown, and you would know this, are typically couriers. And so they have their own like little highways that go back and forth.
Get right in, let's go.
Yeah. Roll a stealth check for me, please.
Yeah. Yes. It's a lot. It's 26.
Nice. So yeah, you hop up in there and kind of, you have to stick to the wall for a moment. You're following the train of them as they come up and over. You just kind of hop up and around and get onto it and kind of follow that train of movement, staying to the edge ever so slightly, your toe almost hanging off and holding on, going across. Mac, as you make your way through the city down to this fairly small cafe.
How long until the date do I have?
You have maybe about 15 minutes.
Is there a flower shop on the way?
Sure.
Ask the cabbie to pull over. It's like, I'll just be 1 second, go in and just get a bundle of daisies.
Okay.
And then have her drop me off about a block away because I'm looking way too fancy for Angeline's. So just like kind of duck into a small area and change the armor to maybe not a 3/4 inch coat, but like, you know, just kind of like a nice overshirt, you know, something decent, more like, you know, khakis and, you know, more like a Gap commercial.
Okay. As you do, go ahead and mark off 5 silver for the.
I'll give her a whole gold note for the flowers.
Brilliant.
because it's like I'll walk in, hey, don't got a lot of time, meeting my girl, she really likes daisies, can you just wrap them up real nice, give a gold note for him? Cool. That kind of the overspender, I'm in a rush shit.
Yeah.
And then try and time it, so I'm just walking right up.
Right. Make a perception check for me as you're moving in.
Oh, God.
As you start making your way through the streets holding these flowers in hand, you come up to a kind of an open air cafe, and it's just everything around you is loud. It's hard to really pay too much attention to every individual person as you're moving forward. You can see a few different younger folk going in and out of this open air cafe with like this nice little patio set up out front. You see a couple of halflings come running out in kind of a little bit more plaid shirts and almost jeans, going back and forth from different tables, writing things on notepads. You can see a couple of them carrying similar shards to what you guys found back at Alan's place, as they just very rapidly go through all the different orders, come back out with meat and taters, that kind of thing. And
rolled a 7.
You rolled a 7?
Yeah.
You look around and you get bumped into like just below the knee by multiple different halflings, and there's a loud as the glasses hit the floor that they were carrying.
I'm sorry about that. No, here, let me help you clean it up.
No, thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, just sorry. I'm looking for someone, and
it's just a little crowded in here.
Yeah, I know, crowded, and I'm really tall, and I kind of fill out your establishment a little much. So
Juliet, get a broom.
Yeah,
and
my apologies.
One of the halflings comes out with the broom and starts sweeping up the glass.
Hey, can I go ahead and like pay you for any of the glassware that I accidentally
broke?
No,
it's okay. Things
sure?
get broken all the time. You may have all sorts of new people come through. It's just fine.
I mean, a couple gold notes, keep it fair.
It's really, you're about to give us your money for food. Just put it on the tip for the waiter.
Okay, no, I can do that.
And he looks out across across the restaurant. He points to an empty table and he says, "There's a spot right there if you're coming in."
Oh yeah, thanks. I'll just kind of look around, see if I can see Mabel or her hat, or look for somebody with incredibly high-end shoes.
With a 7? No.
I'll just kind of stand at the front and look really awkward and out of place until I either see her or get flagged down. It's like
it's depressing to see looking down over the top of the scene as he just kind of like bumps into this person. They fall over and the things go shattering, and you can see him kind of fumbling around for a moment. He winds up standing there just holding the flowers.
Yeah,
out front.
I'll like if there's a host. Excuse me. Looking for my girl Mabel. Pretty girl. Usually has some real nice shoes on. Tends to kind of wear a nice big hat. Likes to color whites and blues. I don't see her. And she said she had a reservation for 2.
She looks through the book for a few moments, kind of there on her smaller pedestal, her smaller, almost pulpit sort of thing. I don't know what to call that. No, I'm not seeing him. Mabel for 2. And you look up down the street, just kind of like look over down the street nonchalantly, like a little impatiently. And there she comes.
Oh, all right.
You see the crowd almost begin to like split around her, as you can see her massive hat. She's changed out her wardrobe a bit. She's got this massive black hat that's kind of flopped over in front of one eye. You can just barely see half of her face. This nice short black dress that barely goes over her shins, and the tallest black heels you've seen her wear to date, holding a nice lace clutch. And she starts walking in your direction. You can see like that half-cocked smile that she gives you before we go back over to the other guys.
I'll just patiently wait. I'm put the daisies behind my back real quick and just kind of reach for my hat to realize I'm not wearing my hat. I'm just kind of like, just walk up to her. Hey, honey bear, you're looking mighty fine tonight.
So, fellas, you guys start making your way to the local PD station in the in the housing district with all of these things. Who's leading this charge? Who's doing what? Let's talk about how this works.
So I'll go first to kind of give my credentials, but I'm not really the best at making good impressions. Maybe someone else would be better at that, specifically. A little bit of a backup.
Don't know that any of the three of us make the best of impressions.
I don't know what you mean by this. I am perfectly capable.
Right, you are.
Fantastic.
No,
Well,
I don't see, despite whatever this weird voice in my head wants me to believe, I think this is the rational and clearly responsible thing to do, yeah? But as Pod has a relationship here, I mean, I think we all do. I mean, we have all been here. At least Pod and I have been here many times. So I don't think
I mean,
that
Harold's
would
probably been consulted a time or two.
Called upon before.
So yeah, so I said, I think we are. I'm head held high, confident in our approach.
Agreed.
Act surprised when they go to arrest us. Sorry, dear me.
So there's a way to you are saying this leaves little faith.
So while we are talking, I'm going to take the lockpicks from Pip's lock, the thievery kit that he lent me, and I'm going to start hiding them in my fur in different places.
Good to know I don't have those right now.
Sorry about that. I forgot to give them back.
I make a sleight of hand check.
Oh, goodness me.
It's funny because I totally have them and could use mine.
A grand total of 10.
What's that?
Cool. Yeah. No, you guys look at them and at a passing glance, you don't really notice them. You think that the only reason why you can really see something like the one that's kind of poking out over the top of the handkerchief is because you saw him put it there.
Good. This is perfect. All right. Well, I'll go first.
I mean, if I make a perception check, can I see that they're not hidden well? Like, I'm not
your
trying
passive
to, like...
perception. Your passive perception tells you that you can see them.
Pad, just one moment, and I want to either try to fix them or just remove them and put them, like, I feel like my thieves' tools are in like a cigarette case that doesn't have cigarettes in it because Harold doesn't smoke, but he's figured that it's a convenient way to carry them around.
Okay, sure. I mean, if you want to try
But
and
does
hide
it
them
look...
further, if you want to try and
what
hide
would
them,
that be?
It would be either a sleight of hand or a deception check in this situation. Advantage if you're proficient in disguise kit.
What about a literal thieves' tools check? Because I'm proficient in thieves' tools.
I guess I could have given that to you too, Ryan. Sorry.
Yeah.
You can help them if you want to.
I would like to just remove them. I just, it does look a bit like a child doing her hair with all the pins just kind of clipping. I'm terribly sorry. I'm just gonna... And he just, without saying anything else, just starts pulling little clips and pins and stuff.
Where are you going to hide them next? That's
Harold will, like, with his normal ones in his coat pocket, will slide the other ones into like a back pocket.
just so that those are the obvious ones or something, so that one is obvious and they just stop looking after the first one, hopefully.
Okay. That works for me. Make a deception or sleight of hand check.
God damn it. I was trying to avoid either of those two rolls. Sleight of hand is...
Hold on. I love how much Trevor is squirming. It's so good. Continue.
Sleight of hand is slightly less bullshit.
Okay.
Why am I keeping my mic muted? It's just like, oh crap.
What'd you get?
What'd
you get? I need to know.
7.
7? Okay. You see him go to put him in his back pocket, and you can see it like holding up his coat just a little bit on the backside.
Well, in fairness, I'm not entirely trying to hide those. It's just, I want, if they're going to take something away, let it be those ones.
Okay. But they're not mine to take. The pips. I look at him. I look at the lock picks hanging out of his back pocket, and I just put one in my. I don't even know what I'm going to do with it. Where's Flimsy? I look around.
Flimsy has not returned.
Not come back yet. That is so strange. I don't know. I don't know what to do with this. I don't have shoes. All right, I have.
Hold on. I'm
just feed Flimsy a snack.
Character artist. Have him remove a pigeon.
No, the pigeon can stay. We'll see where this goes.
All right. I don't know. I take the lockpick and I just put it in my pocket normally. All right. I'm not even going to try to hide it at this point. Okay. It's part of my investigator's kit. I don't know.
I mean, it is quite reasonable for us to have these.
It's true, but what if we get locked up? Then they're going to take them. Is what I'm worried about.
I don't understand all this concern about us being locked up immediately. I think we have a very good argument here.
Also, I have a hand that will go places that I can't go and bring stuff back for me.
While we're at it, boys, I will light the whole building on fire and burn it to the ground, I guess, okay?
I feel like that might be a bad idea.
Well, right. I think all of these are bad ideas. I don't know why we are planning for this contingency.
Fair enough. All right.
Quite right.
Well, let us go in then. I don't know what else.
You seem to be assuming guilt that is not... Again, remain your composure. We are not the guilty ones here. We are the victims.
I wonder if I chromatic orb the generator.
So, you guys know that the nearest branch of the police department is maybe 3 blocks away from the library itself. And you recognize it fairly quickly that there are currently still cops kind of moving around, going back and forth. None of them stop you. You get down to the police department itself. It's a fairly decent sized one compared to some of the other districts. This one is fairly larger. Arguably, I think technically it would be the second largest one in the city. There are multiple different cars that are all lined up in their various different parking spots, all of them nice and clean. You can see the white gleam off of the overcast skies shining off of their lights. I mean, it's very well maintained. You see a large yard where there are multiple cops currently just like standing near trees for the most part. Some of them near a fire hydrant. And you can see a set of steps that go up into a much larger building than some of the surrounding ones, with a bit of a fence that goes around the edges and back behind. There is a dome on the front portion of the building that's extrudes out just maybe a few dozen feet. As you come walking up to these multiple doors, you open up these glass doors and step inside, and it is busy, to say the least. There are people going back and forth with various different files. You can see a couple of gnomes that have just massive boxes that are just made of lead, holding various different objects. You can see a few different ruffians, all of them dressed differently, sitting in chairs with another cop nearby. A few of them are much larger, werewolfed out, kind of standing over the top, or werepoodled out, standing near them. You approach this you approach this. Sorry, you made your camera go completely blurred because you were laughing so hard.
And we could still see.
Yeah,
it's just what happens.
Chuckling.
When the hat goes down, it just goes all blurry because I'm laughing too hard.
As you approach that desk, there are a couple of people that all three of you would recognize. One of them is a middle-aged man that you all know to be named Stanley, currently just kind of working through a case file. And the other one is named William, with his feet up, just like his hat down over his eyes.
Booking officer.
What was the first one's name? I'm sorry.
Stanley.
Stanley, of course. Stanley, hello. Yes, hello. I don't know if you remember or recall. I am Wilhelm Weizkrus. These are my compatriots from the Weathford Hole investigation. Yes, of course. So we are here to turn in some evidence related to the Yintris case, and it's Jonathan. God, what was his last name? This is why I have to write things down.
And he starts flipping through a bunch of files. You can see a bit of a Rolodex over here to the side as he begins to very quickly file through them, and he pulls one out and says, "No, that's not it." Helen?
Yes.
Helen, the last name.
Quite.
Helen. Yes, right.
Quite.
And he reaches over and just kicks the foot out from underneath William, and he I'm awake.
Good morning, Wilhelm.
Yes, quite.
Stanley just kind of, you've got evidence to book. He says, "All right," and he starts pulling out a variety of different forms, slapping them down. Gonna need your license number, your name, evidence you're booking.
Yes, of course. I will hand that over to Pod if you could handle the evidence.
Of course.
Where would I report some additional damages?
That's a whole nother report for the police department. You gotta file your own report there. He points down the
you have
way.
the report here. I mean, we were shot at in the street, in the open, in public.
He leans over and he's like, you can see the look of "that's not my job" come across his face as he leans forward and points down the hallway. You can see a rather large sending stone, but not as big as the one that's downtown, sitting on top of a massive rune disc. Multiple people just kind of like pulling energy to them and pushing them back in. You can hear just this constant chatter. He says, "Report that shit down there. Sorry. Unprofessional." Like, Stanley just kind of glares at him. Shut up.
We are all on the same team. I get it. We can be informal here. We are not the public, so you're good, Stanley.
Yeah.
Would Harold have had specific interaction with like a lieutenant of some type or a captain, or?
That's up to you. Do you want to use your "I know a guy" feature for this?
No, because I have something I want to use that for.
Okay, roll a history check then.
With the D4. Ooh, that's a 4 on the D4. Also a 4 on the D20 for a 12. Plus 4 for a 12.
There is a Lieutenant Gerald here, but I don't know that you guys are on a first name basis.
Do I know his last name?
Fitzgerald.
Is it?
Hmm?
Is it just? I will avoid that one.
Okay.
Hey, Pad. You've got the ledger, yes?
I do.
Do you think you might consider taking that straight to the top a little bit. Perhaps if the captain would like to see it. I think it may have some interesting information for him.
All right, I will leave it aside. Yes, I will do that.
You can see William as you kind of like slide that to the side. Go. I need that. It's in a plastic bag and everything.
Yes, but it's we're thinking about showing it directly to the captain, if that is all right with you.
Make a persuasion check with advantage. Because he really doesn't want to book this.
Yeah. William, do you have records of who's working this case currently? Or as a senior detective on this?
With a 10 for the persuasion with advantage. That's funny.
It's a -1. That's not so bad.
Stanley pulls out that Rolodex tab again. Looks like the lieutenant's on it directly. Mr. Fitzgerald is on this case. Kind of the head.
Excellent.
Well, then I should show him this ledger myself.
Well, that's not the captain. Do you want the captain or the lieutenant?
Anybody
You want Captain
that's-
Hellfoot?
Ugh, no
Yes,
thanks.
that I wouldn't mind speaking with the captain in this regard.
I just kind of nudge. I just nudge Harold.
Who's Justin?
Yeah, sorry. No. Are you sure you want to talk to the captain about this?
I am sure I don't want to speak to the other one.
As you wish.
Quite sure, in fact.
You want to talk to Hellfoot, and you just stand. And William just starts cracking up. He's like, like sliding stuff over onto his side of the counter, and starts writing stuff. He's like, man, it's gonna be a good day.
It's kind of what Pod's saying. He's just like writing over here, signing stuff.
Stanley gets up and walks away. Well, you guys are with William.
As long as I don't recognize that captain's name on my list, I am okay talking to them.
Okay. Man. How long do you guys want to wait for this?
Wait as long as it takes.
Uh-huh.
Patrick, I seem to have made you a bit uncomfortable by offering to speak to this individual. I'm sure your response is well warranted, but if you do not wish to speak with him, I will do so alone.
It is not that I have worries to speak with the captain. I feel like we would be wasting his time. He is a busy man. He doesn't take well to distractions.
Do you know the name of the gentleman who we were to bring that to if we were to bring it to the person on lead on the case? Yes. Gerald Fitzgerald?
I've never heard of him. Maybe it rings a bell in passing, but I don't really...
Yes, I feel like I've met with him once or twice before, but... Nothing.
No, you guys might have...
He's on the list.
What list was this?
The list
Did we
of
discuss
people.
The list?
At this point, William is like slowly documenting things, just listening.
Let's say
he's on
just meet.
He's on the list.
Yes, let's meet. I think you're right. Captain seems like the best call. And I just reach down and pick up my specs and put them on, keep signing stuff.
Okay. William, I must apologize. You know, we each have some idiosyncrasies, and Harold has a running list, and it is people whose names rhyme, their first name and last name rhymes. He cannot speak with them for some reason. He calls it his list. It is a strange thing. But it is what makes them great investigators.
Make a deception check.
The last time I did this, it really did not go well.
No, it did not, and it was so good.
Oh,
But the
Didn't
9.
roll again. That's a 9. I have a +4.
He just goes, I don't believe you. And he just continues working.
Oh, and I thought I was going to have this shitty time tonight.
It seems the pros and the cons have switched.
Ah.
Will, you have to start making deception checks?
Man.
It's like we need our warlock back or something.
As you guys are kind of going through all these different forms and whatnot, there's a loud crash, and Stanley just comes like skidding around the corner, just like, and you can see like part of his shirt is currently cut as he just scrambles back into place and starts rapidly filing paperwork. And you hear this loud and deep, "Who is disturbing me today?" And this massive creature comes stomping around the corner in just this like very bright blue police uniform. And all you see are just these long arms with massive, almost crab claws on the end, with a set of humanoid arms underneath, just like holding themselves out, like holding onto a variety of different objects. And he just throws a chair across the room, and everybody just goes running. They are not in the way of this guy. And you can see these like the scaled neck that has a bit of a red tone about halfway around that goes up to his red face. This flare outward as these spines go across and down across like almost a beard, and a set of horns that go straight back with a bit of a like a bit of a hook to his beak-like mouth. As he just turns and looks, these eyes glow deep red as he just goes,
"Ah, yes, the captain."
Is this some kind of political statement, Chuck?
No,
Hello.
it's not. Actually, it's really not.
It's very good to see you today. We have some evidence that we would like to share with you.
Time to deal with private eyes. He flips a desk over and just starts stomping his way away.
I follow him.
Well, we could always go to Internal Affairs. I guess we'll just go down to the Internal Affairs office, because they'll probably want to see what we have to show them.
He stops mid-stomp. He turns around.
I thought you might like to handle your dirty laundry in your own home.
He turns around.
As
very
a note,
slow.
I just made myself roll a wisdom saving throw with disadvantage after that entrance, and I got a 17 and an 18. So this guy can eat rocks.
Boy.
I'm just like acting like completely unfazed by it. Like I'm so used to it at this point that I'm just like, oh, hello. And...
Harold is feeding off of that. Like, again, 17 and an 18 on disadvantage for over a 20 on that. So Harold doesn't give a shit. Harold wants justice.
Allow me to.
Harold does not want this ledger falling into this guy's hands.
The monster
And justice is all Wilhelm ever wants.
Oh.
Ah, no wonder he's feeling a little crabby today.
Dylan's face. I live for Dylan's reactions.
How are you all unfazed by this?
I think something's pinching.
As he slowly turns back around, you can see like his jaw juts out underneath that beak as he just turns. You can see little waves of heat kind of irradiating up out of it as he. I guess we should go into my office then.
I feel like there's some like deep-seated part of Wilhelm too, that like his eyes are flaring up, and there's some sort of conflict here at a much larger scale, if you will.
What would your celestial guide have to say about this?
You asked me if there were any devils in this world. I said yes. As you all follow him into his office, it is intensely hot. He keeps it very warm in here, and it is uncomfortable the moment you step in. You immediately feel kind of like that fop sweat start to go down across your skin, across your fur. And there is a bit of a...
Glasses fog up.
There is a stone desk that has been carved out of this room. It is very earthen inside. It's almost as if somebody had dug out a bit of a cave here for him specifically in this space. Everything is dark and kind of gloomy in here. You can see a few filing cabinets that look a little out of place now that you're in here. That door closes, goes shut with that frosted over window that is similar to the one that's back at Weatherford Hole, and you can just see Hellfoot just kind of like scrawled across it in Infernal and in Common. And he goes around the desk and starts moving paper across and just kind of shoves things off, and they begin to disappear into nothing. He sits down with a loud thud into an office chair. Who did what this time?
Well, first of all, thank you for seeing us. I have a bit of an understanding that while we are on the same side, there's not necessarily quite a lot of love lost between some of us and your own number. So thank you, first and foremost. Second,
Get past the niceties and just tell me what you're here for. I don't have time for this.
There was a ledger full of people who are in the midst of a gun purchasing and smuggling and selling ring, and your lieutenant in charge of the case that involves this ledger is headlining the list.
All right, I'll get him off. You gonna turn that ledger in?
Yeah.
I put it on the table in front of him.
This
does mean that
the big claw slams down onto it and scoots it over to him as the smaller hand kind of begins to flip through it.
Long story short, we were investigating. We found this ledger. One of our ex-compatriots took it, and there was a bit of a chase. This was an accident. I did not mean to be that way. There was an invisible man, some sort of shooting, and then there was a sniper later on, and I take out the scope and I put it on his desk next. He was able to shoot magic at a long range through this.
Yes, it seems that whatever...
A spell sniper, if you will.
Yeah, whatever these people are creating to allow them to fire these spells out. It would appear your lieutenant was a purchaser. So he may have some more information, and probably not your best candidate for a lead investigator on this case, per se. Also, have you seen Weatherford? I thought he was here earlier.
He looks confused for a moment.
No.
You would, I mean, is there a warrant out for us or something? For you all looking for us?
He lifts up a hand, and you can see just this wrap of sending stones around his arm as he just taps one. You hear this ting. He says, "Is there a warrant out for Wilhelm Vuskres, Harold?"
It's Vice Close, but you're closer.
You know what I mean. Shit! I just wasted. God. Ting! As he says, a Harold Johnson and a Padre O'Connelly need a check run. And he just waits. He doesn't say anything.
Weatherford sent a message to one of our associates, very frantic, saying that, now that I think about it, not to come to the station, and that they were after us.
And
For the first time since you've seen this devil, you see the corners of that jaw begin to curl upward, and the bottom half of it go down into a bit of a smile. You can see these nasty, disgusting teeth behind this beak as he just says, "Appears there's one out for you, Wilhelm." And that's where we're going to take our break.
Yes.
Nice. Just
Oh,
made it
fuck.
sweet.
Guess we're gonna have to pay that warrant, huh?
That's okay. I'm innocent. I have nothing to hide. But,
Good thing I have.
all right, guys. Thank you very much.
Good,
Make
good
sure you
thing we
spend
found
those-
that 800 gold notes.
Oh man. Make sure you spend your elf eggs wisely. Again, I know everything cut out in the beginning when we were showing off the dice because I realized I made a mistake with the audio, but I will correct that. We are giving away Age of Wonders 3 tonight for the Steam Game Bribe. Really great game. Definitely worth, way more than the $0 you have to spend for it tonight. Just for the cost of a follow, make sure you hammer that button. I'm sure somebody out there can show you exactly what it looks like. I'll do it right now, just so you can see. Oh, there it is. 300 elf eggs gets you an entry into that, as well as the 2,000 for the dice giveaway at the end of the month. So go ahead and do that. Figure all that out. Click the buttons while we take our break. Give us 10 minutes or so. Refill the beverages, and we'll see you soon.
Welcome back.
I can't believe it just exploded like that. It was so weird.
A center stream. I don't know what that's supposed to mean, Mac.
I don't know either.
I just want everyone to know how many beef puns were spared by keeping us at break as long as I did.
Oh God.
You're all welcome.
I wasn't even here for it. I was being a good husband, good father, changing diapers, taking out the trash in the middle of the cold dark. Yeah. That's what I do on my breaks.
You don't have cold in Texas. Get out of here.
Did you see the news last year about how our infrastructure nearly fell apart because the electricity lines couldn't handle it?
Yeah, the electricity lines aren't built for 58 degrees. They just can't handle it.
Great. Can't wait for February.
Yeah, when it's 53
muted,
degrees.
I said cries in northeast weather.
Well,
Los Angeles.
where it's 58 degrees Kelvin. Yeah.
All right. So, do we need to talk about anything before we get back into this? Do we need to talk about the giveaways and stuff again? No.
No. See, we got some
Spend your
submissions in there. I
FX.
got you. I got everybody.
Yeah.
Your boy, Shulale. Trevor found out his computer can run Age of Wonders 3, so yeah, we're good to go.
That means any of you viewers out there can also run it.
Surprises me. It's a pretty. I think it's a good game.
If my seething piece of crap that's smoking in the corner right now can run Age of Wonders 3 for as little as 300 elf eggs, which is a single follow to neg 2 charisma, then yours can.
We told you to feed that hamster, damn it.
No, it's fun. Look, he's got a little bit of meth. He's a good hamster. He's kind of running.
We
He's
upgraded
running-
from last time. I think it was crack last time.
Yeah, no, now he's on meth.
But he did skip leg day.
Yeah, he did. skip
That
leg day.
hamster's really gonna like Age of Wonders 3.
Yeah, I mean, I'm running Foundry through Forge, and I have the PDF, and I have our talk and Twitter all open at the same time, and it's fine.
That's impressive. No
Keep
wonder you
spinning,
gave
little
him
fucker.
that.
Go.
That
we're
hamster's
good.
poor little heart is going to give out.
Then I'll just use his brother. I got spares.
Perhaps you'll make him a studded leather coat.
So, Mac.
As I just take a sip.
Yeah. Good timing, huh?
Yeah.
I like to think that happened in the cafe.
Well, we're still outside because I'm.
Yeah, you
And,
took a sip of the vase, you know?
Right.
With the flowers, yeah. Mabel just looks up at you. She's only maybe a foot and a half shorter than you, a little bit hairier than most. Sorry. And she just cracks that wry smile and just says, "Hi, so we're not going to actually eat here?"
Yeah, I was wondering about that. I saw you walking up and you're looking mighty fine. I must say, those are wonderful shoes. Your design as well, I take it.
Of course.
Yeah. So I know I'm looking a little casual. I was wondering, should I kind
It's
of
fine.
puff myself? No. I got something
turns
special.
away from you and starts walking.
I'll follow her, and then the moment we're out of a crowd, like something, I'll just glamour to what it was with the 3/4 coat and just looking much nicer, and then just go, by the way, I did give you these, and hold out the flowers. Totally different outfit.
She reaches over her shoulder and just waits for you to hand them to her.
Right. And just okay.
Why don't you take some? About 2 days old, but they're fantastic. God, they're gorgeous.
It was the shop up the street.
Oh, I like Billy. Billy's a good guy. And she leads you through the street and around the corner. A few blocks away, near the Capitol. You can actually see the Capitol sitting on a bit of a hill. There's a long distance between the actual street itself and the Capitol, where there's just open lawn. You can see a few werewolves going around. You can see a couple of the various different tieflings and devil-like people going through. A few fire newts kind of stepping, riding on top of a small fire engine, going through the streets, patrolling. And you can see a soft blue glow coming from the top of the very point of this domed Capitol, which you know to be the kind of the outgoing signal for all of the radio of Kasmar. And as you go back around past you guys in chat are killing me, dang it. As you go down and around the corner, you go past a parking garage that kind of blocks the view of the Capitol. And she leads you to a bit of a strip mall. And it's a bunch of fairly nice shops. There's a loose leaf tea shop. There's, a big and tall-esque store here. There's a few different restaurants that are kind of dappled in amongst them, and she leads you over to one that just says for lease. And she pulls out a set of keys and goes and hands you off the flowers. Can you hold these for a second?
Oh, yeah, of course. For lease with keys.
And she opens up the glass storefront door as the small bell above just tingling as she enters inside this space. She looks around and it's fairly empty.
This is going to be your own shop, ain't it? Found the spot. This is fantastic.
Yeah, it sure is.
I'm very proud of you, honey.
Yeah, that's what you said a few weeks ago, too.
Well, I mean, stuff's changing. This is my last case. And I already filled out my resume. I'll work the train if I have to. So
what, you can solve murder mystery train heists?
No. Just there's a lot of people out there that are just one bad day away from being me. And you know me, I can't let them. But come on, being someone on the train line, I'll be home every night. Super easy, just none of this running around the city and.
Except you're literally running around the city.
Well, I mean,
I'm kidding. And she kind of puts an arm on your bicep, and she roll a perception check for me, please.
Oh, crap. 20.
20 even?
Plus 3? 23. Nat
Nice.
20. Nat
Brilliant.
fucking 20.
Max
Yes.
got it when it counts.
Yes. Where's that photo? Right next to the candle, looking all pretty and green. Same die, too.
I mean, I would have preferred it when we were being shot at, but...
Wow, thanks. Yeah. Yeah, me too. So, yeah, 23.
How does she, like, puts her hand on your arm and starts to pull you in for a hug?
Oh, immediately. Just like, nice and tight. Making sure not to crush the flowers.
It's hard to describe what I'm about to tell you. As you bring her in, you kind of turn your head over just so that way you're over the top of hers. And as you do, you see this odd flicker out of the corner of your eye. It's just on the edge of your periphery. And you immediately snap your head over in that direction to look, and there's nothing there. And you look around, and you see it again out of the corner of your eye on that right side of the shop. And you look over there again, and there's nothing there. It's almost as if there's something wrong with the wall and part of the floor, but it doesn't make any sense because all you can see is just that nice hardwood floor leading up to that nice trim that goes up to the plaster. That is pure stark white, waiting for paint. And she just squeezes you tight, and you can smell your favorite perfume kind of waft up to your massive, wet nostrils.
Thanks for ruining the moment there. Which I am not licking. Hey, cows do that, okay, folks?
Yes,
Come on.
they do. They can only sweat from their nose.
Yep.
And it's hard to stay in that moment because there's that every time you look away from that wall, there's that weird flicker on your periphery.
Is it a flicker I recognize? That may have been on a lighter or on a door?
No, it's not the same at all.
It's
almost as if there is... It's like being in a dream where it kind of blurs for a moment around your periphery, and then it gets all sharp when everything's important, and then it blurs around the periphery and it's sharp when it's important.
Hey, hon, did you have a dream the other night?
She freezes.
Yeah, me too. But I think I'm dreaming right now because I could just see you in this shop and designing and selling your own shoes, and me coming by and making sure there are fresh flowers on the check stand for you. And I kind of just pivot toward the wall where that flicker is and just kind of like start gesturing like, yeah, you can have a display right there.
Oh, I've already... She like pulls away and she wipes her eyes for a moment. And she says, actually, Cass and I have already been talking about it for a while. We've already got it worked out.
Oh, that's fantastic. Yeah. Come on, you've been home. I don't really have the sense of interior decorating or nothing, but like I can see it. Like I can see where you're going. I mean, your dreams come true, and that's fantastic.
She grabs a hold of your hand and she just says, "Do it with me."
100%. Do you need some upfront money? I got paid. I got paid quite a lot,
No,
actually.
no. What?
No. I mean,
what Daddy left me was more than enough to take care of this.
But can I do something? Because I mean it. I'm not just putting $1 here and there and buy you a new dress fund, and I'll reach into my billfold and pull out like 500 notes. I'm like, no, I got paid. Like, real nice dinner tonight, and just a little bit of start money. I know, Pops, he gave you some stuff, but I want to help. Like, I'm honest, that. And once I'm done with this case, I'm done. And I mean it. And none of this, I'll be security for your shop or nothing like that. If I do anything, I don't know. I mean, even if
Be
the
a
train
shoe
line,
model.
I mean, these wraps are really nice, that you designed for me. They never mar any hardwood. I mean, look at this. Just kind of clop a little. Nothing. You were downright certified fucking country farm genius. And I love what you do. But yeah, if I'm saying it now, if you don't want me working train line, I won't. I'll find something. But I won't have to carry any of the guns and
even on the train. Don't you think that you'll see some people from time to time that you shouldn't run into? I mean, at least here, most of those people don't come around.
You saying you want me to come downtown with you?
I've been saying it for years, Mac.
I know, but like for real? Like
I've been saying it for real for years, Mac.
I know we that 1 year, and half my place is still packed up. I get it. Could I work for y'all? I don't know, stocking in the back and sending out mail order, stuff. Make it work. I can make it work. I want to make it work. I'll be, hell, even downtown here, I'll be closer to George, and that'll be okay. He's doing great, by the way. Last time I heard.
That's good.
Yeah.
When are you gonna put me on the list to go visit him?
You know what? I checked in earlier today, but tomorrow, I'll call him down, and absolutely. I mean, yeah. So you can go visit him on your lonesome. You don't need to be with me. Yeah, I'll call them first thing in the morning.
Okay.
I already paid him up for the month. He's all good. Paid off anything that was laying out there.
Pip, make a perception check.
I didn't want to interrupt, but I'm just so desperate to see if the same thing. Thank you. Natural 20. What does Pip see? What is 22? Oh, give me the camera.
Pip sees everything.
Yes. Okay. It's going.
Pip.
Yes.
There isn't this set of buildings is one that you could probably leap onto. There are still kind of those almost catwalks along the tops of the buildings, along the streets that are available to you. Where all are you going?
So as soon as they left the restaurant, I was definitely telling them, using the highway for what I can, and then once the buildings get lower, kind of keep up out of sight because I don't want to interrupt. We might be having a moment. I can't hear them. And then when they go into the shop, I want to be posted somewhere where I can look in. So I don't know about the layout, but so long as I can kind of look in, keep an eye on them, keep an eye on the entrance, see if anybody's coming along. Just keeping a lookout, keeping Max back.
Okay. So, Pip, as you leap up onto the side of this building. As you leap up onto that the side of that building, and you just find yourself kind of sitting there, one leg up on the edge of the tea shop, just kind of watching a couple of grungs go rushing by in the parking lot. Cars are coming and going. It's a beautiful evening in Kasmar as the sun is starting to finally go down and dark in this portion of town. The lights are just making everything that much more vibrant down here. And it doesn't... From this perspective, as you're looking down into the shop, you have kind of that weird... You have to blink a few times. You have that weird blur that's off in the distance, but it's specifically inside the shop, and you have to blink to get it to go away. You look away for a moment, and you come back to it, and it's not there. And then you snap over to Mac and Mabel, and it shows back up again. And the thing that gets your attention is a figure on another roof, hiding behind a chimney.
How close is he?
Maybe 100 feet.
Is it the same build?
Similar.
Looking into the shop?
They're on top of the shop, kind of leaning against this chimney.
Okay,
it's further back, so it would actually be a situation where there must be a chimney, like a fireplace on the back side of the shop, because you can see there's a wall that blocks off almost a good third of the building.
Does it look like the general same build, makeup?
Similar. Dark clothes, dark hood up.
Okay. Have they seen me? 2, I have 26 stealth over there. 2, are they just waiting, leaning into the chimney, just waiting for a signal? Are they moving around, looking to maybe go down the chimney?
Make an insight check.
Get some information. Okay.
He's wearing a fluffy red suit and a white beard.
Yeah, I'm waiting for it. Did you say investigation or insight?
Insight.
Insight 19.
Take a deep breath, bro.
I'm showing nervous. I've got 13 health. I'm about to blow it all to save Mac. Let's go.
With a 19, they're not moving. They're just sitting there waiting. And occasionally they look over their shoulder and down towards the parking lot, like they're looking for someone. And then they turn back around and lean up against the chimney again.
Gotcha. I immediately go to my wrist, the little stone, and magic. Okay. How do we get Mac's attention? How far am I from the front of the shop?
They're a solid 100 feet away, probably about 70 feet. No. Yeah, about 70 feet from the shop.
Okay. I don't know. Do I sneak or try to get them, or do I let Mac know? I'm gonna try and get closer stealthily. I want to. I want to try. I want to try.
Use the force, Pip.
See who I need to gather information before making a decision. So I'm gonna try and get closer stealthy without them seeing.
Okay. Make another stealth check.
Jump up and stab him.
I love everybody. Die Hard dice. They make metal dice. They're great. They're fucking amazing. 27. Yeah.
I had to do some math myself for a second. Rolled fairly high.
Yeah, I rolled a natural 19 and I had +8,
So you
doesn't get much better.
You slip back down onto that catwalk and start kind of like almost like sliding through people, going back across these grungs that come towards you. You just kind of gain their momentum. Kind of, you feel that whisper on the back of your in the back of your ear, just say, "Match them." And you just kind of find yourself bending forward a little bit, kind of in that courier's lean as you start sprinting in that direction. And you see them kind of like look over their shoulder, and you find yourself just looking back at the catwalk, just running. And you glance back up, and you can see them looking back the other direction away from you, as you find yourself up and onto just on the other side of that chimney.
Okay, so how close am I to them now?
You're like maybe 5-10 feet away between the two of you.
Okay, I take a heartbeat, get as much like information as possible. Like, okay, how tall are they? Look human. Can I see any identifying information in the back? Any logo, stamps? Do they have their rifle? Because the last person threw their rifle away. Are they armed?
Okay. Make a. We'll just roll that perception check over.
Literally a heartbeat, like.
So the figure's about 5'9", just offhand.
Okay.
Just short enough that they actually stay on the other side, just below the chimney, where they would get full cover if anybody was trying to shoot at them. They are armed, but the rifle looks. The rifle itself doesn't look the same. The scope is there is no scope. It's just an iron sight, and they've got that kind of dark garb over the top of them. What did you get for your perception again? Earlier, 22.
22. It was a natural 20, but only a 22 total.
Okay. So like rolling that over, as you kind of glance over, you can see that the hood is not all the way up against the neck. And you can see just this one soft strawberry blonde curl. And we're going to go back to the guys at the police
God
station.
Damn it!
Oh, no! No, I had 2 things. So what did you do? I had a heartbeat, Chuck.
Stab! Go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep.
Fuck!
Right.
On what grounds?
Wilhelm. I'm sorry.
Oh, fuck. I gotta go on mute.
Me too.
On what grounds?
Apparently for the murder of Jonathan Bellin.
Murder? What? There were so many people there. There was witnesses. Mac was there.
I'm gonna need you to stay here until the evidence arrives.
What evidence? We delivered the evidence.
Apparently there is there's an illusory recording.
Of what?
An illusory record recorded it.
If I may, isn't that by definition an illusion?
Records are near infallible.
Yeah, but near. I mean, Harold was right there. I was nearly killed in that explosion.
By my understanding, the cigarette that you handed him exploded in his mouth after he lit it.
Yeah, perhaps
That's
you guys are not
literally.
listening.
We just gave you what did that.
Sure.
Weapons that can shoot spells from a distance. We've shown them to you.
I just see a melted gun.
Put me in a zone of truth.
Let me check that stat block real quick.
Your zone of truth or mine?
Yeah, yours or mine. Yeah. I'm actually out of first level spell slots, so.
He does not have it.
Yeah. So
Well,
you're
then
familiar
get
with
someone
glyphs
to put
of
him in a
warding,
zone
yeah?
of truth.
I am.
That is what caused it. I am not even capable of casting such a spell.
He pulls the lighter out and just starts looking at it, spinning it over in his hands. Still, visual
Listen,
evidence.
Captain, you know I've been more than happy to comply. I have no guilt here in this situation. But I'm telling you, you're being played for a fool, and you do not look like the sort of being to be taken for such.
Ding! How long until that gets here? Understood. Just 15 minutes. Let's see the evidence.
I would also like to point out that we did just tell you the person who's been collecting evidence on your behalf is a prime suspect in this case.
Yes, I understand.
And that evidence is real and on your lap and not illusory.
He looks down at it and starts flipping through it. Okay. He just says, all I see here is typical everyday bookkeeping of a household.
You've got to have someone who understands this stuff in your building.
Probably. It'll be processed as per normal, as per usual. We can't just do things like you all can. There's a bit of bureaucracy that we have to go through.
Wouldn't you rather be one of us then? Bloody hell.
This pays better.
Yes,
I just start laughing.
I don't know.
No lies, yeah. What motive would I have out of curiosity? Has that been established?
That hasn't been reported to me yet, no.
Helford, do you really
Perhaps
want
because
to...
there is none.
Do you really want to shell out the time and money to pinch this guy? Really? You know me. I'm not the kind of guy to butter you up. I wouldn't be here if I didn't sense something big. And if Gerald's in on it, it would be smart to distance ourselves from it now. Be on the right side of the law.
He leans back and he opens up his desk drawer and pulls out a small thin cookie and takes a bite. Roll a persuasion check.
How's
Be
that
real
charisma
glad you
pot?
guys.
That -1 persuasion.
I know. I don't know why. Yeah.
6.
And I am comfortable waiting here.
Both of you know what? The other two can roll a persuasion check as well.
Okay.
If he had gotten below a 5, I wasn't going to allow it.
Well,
Such a
I roll very well, but have low persuasion. So let's see what that actually is.
I don't have any bonuses. I just have a decent charisma.
Be glad you brought Pod.
Oh God, 11.
Okay. What'd you get?
+1 is a dirty, stinky, nasty 20.
Gross.
With my +1 to persuasion.
He looks over at Pod.
I
and
say.
kinda says, stay low and don't leave town. Come if I call on you. Understood?
Well, yeah, of course. Captain, you have known me for some time, although we do not have many interactions. You know Weatherford, and I am many things, if not diligent.
And annoying.
Oh, yes. Very much so. Excellent police work.
And if I was going to burn that man alive, there would not have been a piece of him left. Just out, you know.
He kind of gives you an eye.
He ain't lying.
Noted. Do you have another copy of this list that's supposed to be in this book?
Yes.
We do.
Several.
Do you have a copy, and do you have a copy of this book?
I would have been smart enough to make that, I'm assuming.
Probably.
Yeah.
Give me one of your copies of your list and see if we can... I'll send it to the guys in CSI and see if we can get some information.
Out of just friendly suggestion, perhaps let them try it on their own and then compare the results? You know, due diligence and all that. Wouldn't want to lead them, even if it is in the right direction.
Yes, this is what is called like a blind, yeah, and a control. I read about this in a science journal.
You're not wrong.
Mr. Weissekrutz, you do have a form for this, yes?
Oh, yes, of course. I've been filling it out this whole time, because you see.
He ignores it and blinks very boredly before looking over at Podreg. Get them out of here.
All right. Thanks,
Captain. Before we do leave, two things. Please reach Pod if you're looking for me. I have managed to misplace my sending stone. It was given to a friend of mine who needed desperately to make a call. So please reach Pod. Number two, what are your suggestions here? Where do we go? You are an investigator once, but
I wouldn't go back to the office. I wouldn't go back to home. I cannot guarantee your safety amongst these ranks. If this is an internal affair.
Well, we have been shot at many times today. So, yeah. Yeah, you may have had reports of a disturbance.
Yes.
Yeah, the Allen residence. And there was an individual firing long-range glyphs of warding at us from a sniper rifle.
The only one that was seen was Mac firing at rooftops.
Yes, well, you know Mac well enough. He can
Yeah,
be a
he
little
fires.
unhinged,
He fires at things a lot. He likes his guns.
Yeah, but
me
usually
show you
there's
just-
someone attached to the other end.
Let me show you one more bit of evidence before I go. And I lift up my shirt and I show him my gunshot wound.
You know
His
Mac to shoot
eyes
his
go
friends.
down to it.
Good heavens! When did that happen?
Harold hasn't seen that yet.
Yes, I've healed
Yeah,
it
he
to bits
has. He
and
saw
says-
it He saw it whenever.
I didn't realize he showed. I don't remember him showing
Yeah,
me that.
because
Okay.
Randall was about to pass out and you slept him.
It's still kind of wet and it looks like it needs to be redressed. And I say, I'll get them someplace safe for the night. Thanks for hearing us out. Come on,
Captain,
You see,
And don't go home involve me. I left a
Takes-
kettle on.
he takes a deep breath in, and you can see small bits of color kind of waft through the air away from each of you and into his nose. Should be careful with that wound. Make sure it's well dressed. And then he stands up and slams the desk and just says, "Now get out!"
All right, I just walk out. That's it. Stayed as long as I wanted to in here.
If he will leave the station,
too,
I thought he was. Yeah, I had expectations when I went in, but I thought he was, rather reasonable.
There's a certain devilish charm about him.
Yes.
He's got some self-esteem issues.
Get better jokes.
Sorry.
Shellfish steam issue.
Are we outside the precinct?
Both of you. As you guys go to exit, everybody is just like eyeing you down, like, "What did you do?" kind of thing.
Do I see Gerald?
As you all exit, you hear this "Gerald" from the office, and you can see this human man. That's probably about 35. Kind of like stop and
detect thoughts.
Are you going deep?
Nope. Just surface thoughts. Just happens.
Okay.
Nobody knows.
Let's see. Surface thoughts would be a rapid fire. Oh shit! Oh fuck! Oh shit! Oh fuck! Oh shit! Oh fuck! Oh shit! Oh fuck! In this moment,
Harold smiles softly and holds the spell for as long as he can, while we're inside of 30 feet of him.
All right. You get a
He'll
sense
kind of even like hang out by the front desk a little bit, like, talking to Stanley and
make a stealth check just to see how innocuous you look.
It's a cocked. That's also cocked, but damn, that was good. Even better. Stealth, I think, is +4 for me. Yes, it is +4 for a 22. Hiya.
Okay. He kind of like glances over at you as you kind of like lean over the desk and look like you're busy, but he just barely notices you, like just barely clocks you as you're just kind of looking over your shoulder, kind of just past the glasses at him, trying to catch his thoughts. And he says, you hear a, "Fuck is that guy? What does he know?" And then it's just the edge of it as he says, "I hope I don't get fired today." Kind of feel vibes that you get before he is out of range.
Quite. And I smile a little bit and I walk the fuck out.
Okay.
Immediately outside, I will make a perception check.
Okay.
And I'm looking at roofs.
It's a good idea.
Thanks, Chuck.
You're welcome.
I've not been rolling well tonight, so let's
No,
see
you
how this
haven't.
goes.
I want to
roll your live dice.
I want to hand Wilhelm a little, tiny little telescope, and I'd give it to him. I tried. They made this today.
Take your guidance.
Thank you.
Nice.
17.
Okay. Hey, Pod, as you step outside, you realize that you have a free infusion as you no longer have your homunculus servant available.
Ooh. Do I feel it? Do I notice?
Yeah, you feel that kind of connection just snap.
100 go down the drain. That's all I say.
Oh, and a perfectly good coffee maker.
As you're looking around your cold coffee maker.
Poor flimsy.
As you are kind of scanning those rooftops, you don't just see one figure. dart behind kind of a bit of a rooftop access, you see 3. All of them clothed in black clothing, hoods up, and you see just enough of the glint of a barrel shine in that grayscale light before they disappear.
I will turn with my back to them.
Mm-hmm. About 120 feet away from here.
And gesture to Pod. For 3.
On my head. Should we? I try not to make it obvious, but I walk with them. Is there a side street available that isn't in like direct in the street from here?
Sure.
I have a mad high passive. Would I also see anything?
What's your mad high passive count to?
18, I think.
Sure. As soon as he turns around and you see that 3, your eyes dart up, just kind of like flicker up, and you can see that flash of that light off the barrel.
Sorry, it was 17 in perception, 18 investigation.
It's fine.
I want to lead Wilhelm and Harold down the back alley behind the police station. That's where I used to go smoke cigarettes on my breaks.
Okay.
Just out of view, hopefully, of that roof. Out of shot. And I say to Wilhelm, "Did you saw it? Am I reading you right?
Yes.
You saw 3 men."
3 of them. Men, I'm not certain, but three figures on the roof.
Quite well armed, indeed.
Yes. This is getting quite frustrating for me.
Well, why don't we meet it with the same force they're giving us?
Pip and Mac have not reached out to either of you yet, have they?
Yet.
Yes, there are 3 following us. I am afraid that maybe there are some on them as well.
Well, I could take us up the roof. I think, hopefully.
I would like to get my hands on at least one of these persons and get some answers.
I agree. Chuck, could I take them up like the fire escape to the rooftop of the police station?
Yeah.
All right. And from there, I just want to try. How long do we? We might not have a lot of time. Yes, we might not have time, so let's just go right now. You all ready?
I will send Roger to scout a little bit for me.
Okay, make a perception check for you now, please.
Oh, so bad. It's an 11.
Has advantage on perception checks.
Yes, I know. I rolled an 8 and a 3.
Gross. Okay, cool. So, as you kind of duck down and get ready to run, we're going to go over to Pip.
Do that to me.
just to be clear, I don't think we were running away. We were running towards them.
Oh, I know.
Yes. All right.
Did I say away? I didn't mean to say away. I'm sorry.
Okay. No, you didn't. I'm just clarifying.
Stab. Go to sleep.
Pip, you see that strawberry blonde curl underneath the edge of that hood. What else do you want to know about the situation?
So she or they are looking very casual right now, right? They're not like prepared, they're just kind of waiting.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh god. Yeah, I'll do what rogues do. So I'm going to take a second and pull out the bell out of my bag. It's a signaling bell, and I will put my finger on the hammer so that it doesn't accidentally ring.
Yep.
and I will step forward, draw my rapier, stab the lady, and then throw the bell off the roof toward the front door.
Okay, make an attack roll at advantage.
Okay, it's gotta hit. So yeah, +6 is 23 to hit.
That hits. Roll damage.
And I want to aim. Okay, it's a rapier, so non-lethal is not really a thing. But I'm not aiming for vital points. I'm just trying to not instantly kill, but like take her out.
You're going for the non-lethal.
Yes,
knockout.
I want to be able to stabilize her if she goes down. It's not gonna happen, but if she goes down.
Okay, roll your damage.
Okay. 2d8 plus sneak attack. Gotcha. Also, as part of an attack, I can coat the rapier in poison, and she has to make a DC 12 Constitution saving throw.
Go Grung, go Grung, go.
That's a harsh fail. Roll a 3
Yes.
on the die.
Excellent. So now she's gonna take 2d4 poison damage as well. 3, 4, 7, 3, 5, 12. 16 points of damage, and then as I stab and step forward, Tannel, is that you? To see if she reacts. I mean, of course she's gonna react.
I was gonna say, she just got stabbed. What do you mean is she gonna react? As you toss that bell off, it begins to kind of skidding across the ground. And you stab her as you say, what?
Tannel, is that you?
Okay. Where are you stabbing her? With
let's go for-
poisoned blade.
Let's go like. She's got 2 kidneys, right? Let's do kidney.
You hear
Don't want
a
to be able to
soft.
fire a gun.
You hear a soft. As she takes that blade, as it goes straight through the kidney, you can feel it kind of like squelch as it goes through. Like the edge of that cowl kind of goes up a little bit further, and the strawberry blonde begins to tumble out a little bit harder and a little bit harder, and she just she goes to pull the pistol that you didn't see on her other side, and turns, and like just as you try to like hold her in place with that blade, she turns and she looks over her shoulder, and you can see those brown eyes meet yours as she puts the pistol to your forehead. Mac, what are you gonna do whenever you hear this tingling outside?
I mean, how loud is it?
It's a signaling bell, and it can be heard for 300 feet.
Yeah, it is. It is loud.
I'm kind of in a moment, and I'll just kind of glance out because like the weird wall thing's going on, and just kind of, just like look out the front door and just go, what the hell is that? Is that your ringing bell? Like looking up where the ding-a-ling thing is. Like Mac's not thinking right now.
No. Maybe. I'm not sure.
Nah, it sounded like it came from outside. Maybe like I don't know. Maybe some kid on a bike down here. I don't know.
After like a second, you see it like ping off the concrete.
Yeah. Ping goes fucking. Ding, ding.
What was that?
Pip.
Well, it's worth a shot.
As she holds the pistol to your head, she just puts a finger to her lips. She burps a little bit like she's gonna throw up.
You're meant to explain.
And she cocks the pistol back.
I'll wait. I mean, only so much you can do.
Yep.
I don't think there's a way out of this for me really quick. I will just ready in action if she tries to shoot back. or signal someone. Not just if she tries to shoot Mac.
Are you pulling the blade out of her? That's the real question.
No, I'm tensing and getting ready. Just like,
so you're leaving the blade in her kidney currently.
She said, "Shush! I don't really want to move." I was gonna.
Yeah, you don't want that squelching sound to be taken as making a noise. She did say to be quiet.
Yeah, like I couldn't ask if she wanted me to keep it there. I mean, staunching the blood flow right now.
Jesus Christ.
You could just twist it a little bit, make sure it stays in.
Yeah, I just kind of glance at the sword, like, sword.
She puts that hand that has that had, and she put up to her mouth, and she begins to.
Yep, I'll help, and then that's the ready. It's like I help pull it out, but it's ready for another one.
And you put it right back in.
And she just holds the pistol to your head and kind of like leads you around to where you're facing the street.
Let's go get some dinner, honey.
Out of view of everybody else. Mabel just says, Yeah. I'll come back tomorrow and start setting up tables and stuff. Ah, shit, I gotta go to work tomorrow.
Well, that's okay. I can have somebody cover my shift, and I can come down here and start helping.
That'd be nice.
Yeah, how about we do that? Let's go. I mean, you're all fine looking. I'm in my new duds. Why don't we, you pick somewhere nice. We don't have to go to the old-timey kind of place. Let's go somewhere you like. I'm buying.
That sounds nice. Right. You're gonna lead her out the door. She locks it behind you, takes your arm, and start to walk back towards downtown, like towards the center of downtown.
Just kick that bell out your way on the way out.
No. I didn't know what the fucking bell was.
I don't know.
We've never been in a situation like that before. Like, what the fuck is going on outside?
No, I'm not blaming you or nothing. It's great. I just, Pip's like, I don't fucking know what to do either. We'll learn from this, Mac. We'll get a system.
As they leave.
Well, wait. Who had the messaging sound? I gave it to Mac. Yeah?
Mac.
Yeah.
So I did say, I hope they're okay, because people are maybe hunting them as well. And there are still 2 people here with messaging stones.
No, Pip is out of messaging stones.
No.
Used it.
No, but Pod.
He can receive,
Harold
though.
have theirs.
That's true.
Yeah, Mac and Pip can receive. We just can't send. I can send off yours, but...
Yeah.
And according to Mabel, Matt can't reciprocate either.
Yeah. Watch it, Blue Man.
Harold,
you can have inspiration for that burn, because that was a good burn.
Vaughn, Mac, and Pip.
Yeah, that's some open steak
okay,
right
Pip.
there.
As they walk away, you watch them leave. You can see Mac leading Mabel away down the street, and she's just holding her pistol to your head.
She hasn't looked at them at all.
Hasn't even glanced. Before she just says, "We're going downstairs now. In the chimney."
Okay.
You can jump her move speed.
I hop in the chimney. Start heading down first with permission.
Yep. And she follows right behind you, sliding down along the way without issue.
Is she open to a whisper as we're moving?
As she comes out of as you guys come out of the chimney, this fireplace into this big room in the back, that's in this back space. It's pretty solid. It's probably about 20 by 10 foot. It's a nice big space for enough space for like work tables and a few different supplies that have already been started getting funneled in. You can see a couple boxes laying around on tables and
scouting exits.
Yeah, there is a door to the front and there is a door to the rear, and she just kind of like leans up against the door to the rear. Checks the blood on her hand and unwraps the wrap around her head that as it falls off, you can see those strawberry blonde curls kind of tumble down in the dark. You can see that little mole on her nose as she looks over and says, I thought I told you. I told him not to follow you. Stop chasing leads.
Well, we've kind of been paid to find you. We thought you were dead. Were you the one that shot us?
Maybe.
You tell me when I can reasonably have gotten out of the police station and sent a message. Hello, I believe you're in danger.
Yep, and I think that would be about the time.
Okay, so real quick, I wanna do this. I'm gonna roll a D4 turned into a D2 to see which one of them I would send the message to.
Sure.
You want evens or odds, Mac?
I'll take odds.
Evens it is.
Oh no.
So good. It's so good.
That's a 2. So, Pip, as you're in this horrible, horrible moment.
Pip, I believe you and Mac might be in a bit of danger.
All Pip says out loud, which you hear, is, Miss Tannel, would you please tell me what's going on?
Gentlemen, I believe we need to go see where Pip ran off to. Now.
Does anyone know?
Dangerous
As
plan.
we're standing on this rooftop.
Yeah, you guys are just standing on the rooftop getting ready to go. Do you send off that message?
I get the message back, and that's what I say to them.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so I will use Alan Stone to message Mac.
Okay.
Ting. Mac, what the fuck is going on? Where's Pip? Pip is talking to Tannel. We're about to. We are. There are 3 people on the roof. We're about to fight them. What? Where are you?
Oh, yeah, hey, yeah, I'm just out with Mabel downtown at her new shop. Yeah, I thought the little guy was keeping things in the clear. Well, yeah, let me figure out what to do. I'll call you back.
Mac, she just sighs and releases your arm.
I didn't say I was, honey, I didn't say I was leaving.
She looks up and just kisses your cheek. Just go.
No, I didn't say I was leaving. I said I will figure it out, and that means I can take this.
I've already
stone.
figured it out for you. We can have dinner tomorrow night after we work.
You know I don't like leaving you down here by yourself.
I'll be fine. I'll go talk to. I'll go find.
And honestly, what can I
Cass.
do? As you can see, I ain't got the girls with me. Not showing that Betty is indeed tucked into my waistband and back.
I don't know, but it sounds like you needed. You sounded like you. That's one of those calls that the other girls get from their men, their other half, their significant others. That sounds like, honey, I really don't want to be here right now. I have something else I'd rather be doing.
No, this is not something I'd rather be doing.
Well, that's what it sounds like.
This is what I'd rather be doing. They just look, I got a call from one of the other guys saying that something may be going on, and one of the little intern guys, the little froggy guy, he may be in something, but I don't know where they are. I was just going to make a quick phone call as we were walking to dinner.
Sure.
You know, I really hate when your friends change when they're around their significant others. Like, you know, you can't just be the same. You know, a friend of ours' life is in danger, Harold, and he is acting like, oh no, I'm with Mabel, so I can't be a hero today. I don't understand. This is bullshit. All right, okay.
I'm sorry. I can't come to the phone right now.
Yes, you know, this is what I'm talking about. That's a great impression. That's a spot
Mac
on.
is gonna Mac will ting Wilhelm's phone because it still has a charge on it.
He sure does.
And call Pip. And just go,
oh no.
Hey there, Pip. Heard you were talking to the client. Just wanted to check in, make sure everything's okay. We just left the shop. Where are you?
Can I don't know. This has happened kind of mid-conversation with panel. So,
yeah.
You know, can I respond?
What was it that you said?
Yeah.
Hold on. What did you say back to Wilhelm first?
Miss Panel, would you please tell me what's happening or what's going on?
It's bigger than you know. There's no. I really wish you hadn't stopped me. It's fair, I guess. There's more going on than you're aware of. And I was not supposed to be found. So maybe we can just go our separate ways and both of us live.
I don't know why you picked Mabel's shop of all places to stalk us, but I kind of like my odds, and I really do like answers. I kind of have to prove myself to the boys, you know.
She raises the pistol back up at you again and starts
blow dart in my hand. Got more poison.
And you see, you can see her other hand over the top of a belt.
I threateningly put my hand by my belt, bluffing. I have nothing.
Make a deception check.
I love this like meek Pip just suddenly.
It's an amphibian standoff.
I immediately hear that, and I'm like, I start patting myself down, going, "Honey, did I drop my wallet in your shop? I can't find it right now. Can we go back and check real quick?
Do we need to go back? We can go back.
Yeah, just because if I'm gonna pay for dinner, I just want to make sure it's there, and maybe I'm just misplacing."
Make a deception check with disadvantage.
Oh, buddy.
Jesus Christ.
Mabel can read you like a book.
100% with disadvantage.
Oh, buddy. Good luck.
Hey,
Why is this Minotaur rolling around like a stuck pig?
not bad. I rolled a 16 and an 11. With my deception, that would be a 13.
I did not need disadvantage for my deception. I got a 10.
Mac's trying really hard to pat every pocket but the one in the coat.
God, you had the whole conversation and then you lie to her. God damn it.
I think that beats a 13.
This is why Wilhelm always says honesty is the best policy. You know, you just be honest with the police. You be honest.
She looks at you, reaches over and pats your front pocket on the jacket.
Oh, damn.
Is something happening at the shop?
Yes.
Okay. And she starts walking back towards the shop, and you see her open up her clutch. And she pulls out a set of brass knuckles.
Yes!
Starts sliding them on.
Yes!
And that's where we're going to end tonight's session.
No!
Oh, hell yeah!
No!
Let's go. By the way, my girlfriend's a werebear. Let's do this.
I want to hang with Mabel. Holy crap.
Just when I hated
awesome.
Mabel. You know, I was really she's growing on me.
Like 20 minutes ago, you were bitching about Mabel.
Well, listen, again, I don't like who Mac is when he's around Mabel. I like the Mac that helps me bully potential suspects.
Yeah, and you've known this duality Mac for like years.
Yeah. So I can't stand Mabel and Mac. I can't stand the duo.
Oh yeah.
But I don't know Mabel that well.
God damn, what a shitty place to end, but what an amazing place to end.
I know, right?
You know, listen, all I have left for spell slots are literal fire weapons. Like I've got it's just
good.
It's flaming spheres.
I'm sitting on all of no
1
health.
second level, and then literally chromatic orb and ray of frost.
And you weren't even in the fight.
Yeah. Well, I thankfully was able to short rest away the sleep spell that I cast on Randall.
Wait, we went up a level.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, but you don't get that stuff until you rest.
Oh, yeah, that's
we
right.
haven't rested.
Yeah,
you know, well, at least you don't get the health. I think until you rest.
Well, you do if you spend your hit. If you spend your hit dice. So.
well, at no point did you let me patch that jacket. Let's take a short rest.
Sorry. Thanks to Heavy Arms Gunslinger, I can use my hit dice at different times.
Oh man.
I'm hanging out at 30. I'm all good.
That was a good session, guys. I'm glad we did that. It was fun.
Heck yeah, that was that threw me for a loop
did
there.
not expect Tenno interest there at that moment. I
that's
did not
fucked.
expect Mabel to have fucking brass knuckles in her purse.
I was expecting her to pull out a pistol.
What a twist!
That's what I thought.
It's way cooler.
Oh yeah, no, she's just gonna fuzz out and fucking beat the crap out of anything.
Yes. Don't touch her shop.
Don't touch her shop. And it's literally gonna be, honey, let's go in through the back.
Oh boy!
Surprise! Not like
Max
that.
Been wanting to do that with Mabel for a long time.
I was really hoping that Pip was gonna be like, when she was like, "I really wish you hadn't stabbed me." He was just gonna be like, "Yeah, I get that a lot."
That's my wish for this episode.
Oh man, so good.
All right, Chuck, I have to tally all the stuff for the Steam game bribe. Do you mind, saying all your niceties and thank things?
I probably. Once again, thank you to Heavy Arms for his gunslinger and everything he cranks out. One of these days, I'm going to toss in an NPC that's a Beyblade, and I can't wait for that.
Oh God.
I can wait a long time.
I can. I've got so much time to wait for that.
Yeah.
Anyway. Thank you, Heavy, for all the work that you put into all of your homebrew classes and everything that you are allowing us to use.
Go, Heavy, go.
Thank you so much to Foundry for making this game possible, because some of these guys don't want to roll physical dice, which is weird, but you know what? Whatever. I still love you guys. Feel free to roll as many digital dice as you want to, because random number generators are great. And Foundry makes it to where we can do it without latency and very pretty dice on our screens, which, again, I said that I didn't know that we were going to have a battle map tonight. Lo and behold, what do you know? We didn't need one. But it was still nice to be able to play the backing track through Foundry, have the dice roll across the screen for us. Next week, it sounds like, not next week, in 2 weeks, it sounds like we're probably going to be opening up straight into some combat. Thanks to Forge, we'll be able to all connect to the same Foundry and have no latency issues as I watch them beat the living shit out of Tennille, Yintrist, and 3 thugs across the street.
We're gonna have 2 battle maps rolling.
Why 3? I thought the 3 thugs were gone. I thought they left. They were just gone, right?
But I mean, sincerely, we wouldn't be able to do any of this together without those 2 particular things. Go check them out. Use them for your games. I promise you it'll be worthwhile. If you haven't had a chance to do it yet, be sure that you get in on that giveaway for 2,000 elf eggs. And I think because he's tallying up who has the different giveaways, the different entries for the bribe tonight, the Steam bribe. It's a little late, but if you can get a last minute entry, it's only 300 elf eggs. You get that for all of a follow to negative 2 charisma.
You better hurry.
You better do it now. You better crank out those Steam game bribes. We have, what was the game again? I can't remember. I'm a little fuzzy from having
Age of Wonders 3.
Age of Wonders 3. I don't know anything about the game, but everybody else says it's cool. So,
and my computer can play it,
which means that any computer can play it.
That's 100%. And honestly, it is a really fun game, and it's multiplayer. We played it. I own it. I played it long before any of this, and yeah, I mean, we got sucked into it
before it was cool.
Yeah, it was really good. Yeah, whatever, man. All right, here we go, and that game will go to Soul's Rolls. Soul from Soul's Rolls. Soul, congratulations! Another guy who barely has any time to play the games, but I hope you enjoy it. It is a good one, and I couldn't think of a nicer guy to give it to. For those of you who don't know Soul's actually a GM for us in our Thursday night Urban Shadows games, which are an absolute blast. I gotta get Chuck on one of those.
Huh?
Have you guys caught any of those? It's all that.
Oh yeah, no. Urban Shadows
100%
is fantastic,
improv.
guys.
Yeah, it's a real
hilarious sometimes.
Yeah, really,
actually,
really
most of the time, it's really, really funny. Like you guys think that we're funny over here. Now those guys actually don't hold back on.
No, we just look funny over here.
That's true.
We're the funny looking crew.
That's right.
You guys just make awful puns over here.
Yeah, it's great. It's
So
you want puns,
I'll
you
get
come
that
here.
over to
You want
Soul.
funny, get over
I know
there.
where to find him. Easy enough. You guys want to raid?
Yeah, let's raid someone.
Yeah.
Who
let's
hasn't
raid.
rolled a d20 for that?
I don't believe I have.
Roll it.
Let's use the Herald die.
Ryan normally does the rating.
is a
so I'm gonna have to
15.
figure this out.
Ooh, we're going deep.
How far into it? What'd you get?
15. 1-5.
We're going to Legend of Arcadia, Episode 4 from Smoking Dragons.
Legend of Arcadia. Legend of Arcadia.
They're on Episode 4. They're not far behind us over here, guys.
Oh, Smoking
episode
Dragons,
behind.
you said was the name? Was that the...
Smoking Dragons.
Let's
go check
got
those
it.
guys.
Smoking Dragons. All right, folks. Well, thank you very much again for hanging out with us. Thank you for enjoying Chuck's Noir story. What a killer job, Chuck, and super excited. One of these days we'll convince him. Maybe if you guys push him real hard on Twitter, he will make this a weekly game and cancel one of his other ones. But until that day comes, we'll see you here in, I don't know, 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Hope everybody has a great holiday.
Weeks.
Yeah. Happy Thanksgiving.
Eat a lot of
Thanksgiving,
turkey.
everyone.
This week, yeah.
Maybe avoid the beef. And we'll see you
Eat
next
some
time.
ham for Pip, as he might not be able to eat too much longer.
Let's go raid. Yeah. Let's get after it. Be loud,
Come
be
on,
proud.
get after it.
Neg 2 crew. Crank it out.